I've gone away with men,
Mm-hmm.
just me and a man. He's not my man.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
He's not my ting. He's my friend. I've gone away with friends who then I find out don't want to be my friend.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because
Yeah, but that's not
where it's going.
That's on the pretense.
That's where it's going.
No, that's on the pretense I went on.
Like you sound like that came as a surprise.
It was.
That's that girl math. That's that girl math bullshit. Is another episode of SUP. Speak Your Perspective. I go by the name of Bun. Over here we got SB the student. Find him on Instagram. Not to throw the key in there. Over here we got Face.
Holla.
He's been away for a minute, but now he's back like cheese on bread.
That's it.
I see the tea. I see the tea.
Only going up this year.
We're gonna get into a whole lot of that stuff, but here what? To my left, we got Pree.
Whatever.
Mystery. Miss Mystery. Let me put some respect on your name.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
It's coming like the man them said, yo, we need you here on a regular basis.
I mean, I'm here, guys.
And we're all happy to see this.
The collective's all in attendance.
Only going up this year.
That's just more energy, more history.
That's
For sure.
All of us go way back.
That's it.
Including Knots behind the scenes, big him up every time. I'll never forget that. Find him on the internet, keep him booked, keep him busy.
Only going up this
All
year.
that mix, magic, audio, and video. Yo, one of the man them asked me today, he did an event a few weeks ago and he had some issues streaming. And I'm like, you see with our stuff, bro, when it comes to all of that streaming stuff, that's Knots. I could talk some of the equipment and stuff with you, but whether it's OBS, any one of them, bro, Knots he'll figure it out. Trust me.
Only going
Find
up
him on
this year.
the internet, keep him booked, keep him busy. But
When you said OBS, though, I'm not gonna lie. I thought you were about to say OB. I was about to jump out.
oh, just cool.
I was like, whoa, what?
Just cool. I just had to do it. I just had to do it for the
Very
laugh, but we are far from that.
Far.
Trust me.
Straight.
Each one of us in here talk to a God of some sort on a regular basis. We are spiritual people.
God's
We may not
children.
be the most religious. SB can hit you with a whole lot of that stuff. Plus, trust me, he's books galore all day, every day. You know what we forgot to do? Your Goodreads, bro. Shout out your Goodreads real quick.
Now we gotta talk to Goodreads because when you click on the link, it doesn't take you
Oh,
directly
you're
to
gonna
my
do them
profile.
like that?
Yeah, I gotta do them like that.
So you
They
say
gotta up
not
their game.
So you say Notch, clip that up and send it to them.
Yeah.
At them on IG. But before we get started,
Only going up this year.
we did insist on celebrating this moment because again, yes, Priya is now officially going to be the Goffy.
That's fine.
Miss Mystery.
Pree.
Will be a regular on here with us.
Thank you.
Face will still be present, maybe just not as often, but trust me, your perspective,
It ain't going nowhere.
We've
Ain't
had
going
conversations off air about
You
this
already
type
know.
of stuff. Like there's levels to this, bro.
You already know.
And the type of conversations we were having during that, I guess, troubling time, for I guess mostly myself, but we'll get into all of that stuff at some point. But that's kind of what this all stemmed from.
Straight.
Like
Yeah.
those ones.
Yeah.
And you're not the only one that sort of I've had some of those conversations with, but we got here eventually.
Yeah.
But we wanted to cheers to this happening now. Priya being here, us, I don't know, feeling kind of on the levels because
It's a reason
Only
to
going
celebrate.
up this year.
that too.
It's a reason to
So
celebrate.
there's a whole lot of history in this room. So
Exactly.
That's
you know,
it.
and a lot of good energy. So
And if anybody wants to run those fact checks, you can go ask
Check
about
whatever
us.
receipt
Like,
you want.
Go ask about us.
Check
like,
whatever you want.
I was born in it.
Yeah, straight alumni.
Rexdale, you see it on
alumni.
you see it as part of the logo. So at the end of the day, we're always gonna keep that as part of our roots here.
Foundations.
we're gonna have a shot, I guess. What was it? I had to switch up my thing, but those are you guys over there. Cause I have a next one thing I'm trying to drink too still. So I know SB sort of on what you call a sabbatical, and we're respecting it.
Yeah.
But I know you got something else in your cup that you've been drinking, so we're good with that. But we're just gonna Knots. Yeah, we got you over there too.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Be careful, be mindful of the equipment. Knots might kill you, so these things are rough, bro. Salute is what they say. Better yet, amen.
Only going up this year.
Toast. Cheese on bread.
Them ones.
Did you bring any back? Did you bring some back?
What?
Food.
Oh yeah. Cheese.
Did you bring it here?
Got some rum naturally. If you didn't know, Barbados, the birthplace of rum.
What's the Barbados rum again? What is it called again?
Monge. Put on the table.
Man,
Put on the table.
who drinks that stuff, bro?
Brethren, listen.
Oh man, we going there.
Listen. Put on the table, dog.
Give him the history.
You officially now have a proper rum in your house.
You guys out here talking extra spicy, eh?
I just realized, I'm a little rusty.
Make
Work
Ray
with
or
me.
his nephew come catch you on the road and see what happened to you, bro.
Brethren. You
Ray or his nephew, yo.
You realize you have to get Uncle Ray and like overproof your shit and like soup it up, bro.
Don't
We
do that.
you have to do all that shit, put in all that work, all that hype, brethren. We just come regular foundation and we slap it up, bro. Straight up.
This guy was out here punking Appleton a couple weeks ago too, yo.
It has no
Man said that's the worst rum ever.
No, I didn't say that.
So what
but
you
I'm
saying?
definitely not reaching for it.
You want to talk spicy now, eh?
Brethren, I'm definitely not reaching for it. And it definitely has no touch for Mount Gay, dog. It's not even a competition. It's not. It's not. Put it, listen, all you have to do is pour each rum and give it to everybody around the room. I don't care which room, anybody that drinks, just go around the room. I'm telling you. It's just that simple.
Well, speaking of Barbados,
Mm-hmm.
we had mentioned on here that you were away for a little bit, caught a couple of flights and whatever.
Yeah, a couple
but,
passport stamps.
I mean, I asked if you want to talk about it on here, so the floor is yours.
I mean, yeah. So what happened was family booked the trip, family trip, the Dominican Republic, and we're looking forward into that. All was good. Just so happened a couple weeks later, got the news that my grandfather passed away.
Yeah.
So, it
Condolences
obviously
to you and your family.
appreciate it. Enough respect.
Condolences again.
But it's one of those things where it was bittersweet. The trip back to Barbados was bittersweet because so fast forward, it didn't clash or anything. Went to Barbados, went to the DR. I'll get into the DR in a minute. But when I was back in Barbados to attend my grandfather's funeral, it was nice because catching up with family I haven't seen in so long. But it's just
When's
the
the last time you
reason.
were there?
2016, so a few years, almost a decade. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? So, and there's some family that I haven't seen on top of that because they're in England or Miami. So,
Right.
you know what I mean? You're not seeing them necessarily when you're back in Barbados. So just seeing everybody together and them being present, just that energy and seeing them and, being present, physically present with them is nice.
For sure.
And in terms of my grandfather, because he had such an impact on my life, he's the one that gave me that connection to God. He's the one that I knew him, but he's the one that he didn't introduce me, but he said he made us one. He connected us. He brought us, he created the relationship. And I'll be forever grateful for that, let alone how he raised my dad, the character that he raised him with, the type of man that he was to demonstrate fatherhood to my dad. So just
That
him,
part.
you know what I
beautiful.
mean? So losing that, it hits. You know what I mean? But I take solace in the fact that he wasn't taken.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was just his time. He was 96.
So he lived a long life.
That's a great
Full
life.
and fulfilled
Full
life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So kids, grandkids, great grandkids, we're carrying the spirit, they're carrying the blood, carrying the name, carrying the legacy, So he
Nice.
lives on. He lives on. So again, the trip was bittersweet, but for that reason, it was the bitter part, but every other reason is sweet.
Yeah.
Every other reason was sweet. Just being back in Barbados, being back with my
The
family.
air is different.
Everything is different.
Super different.
It is just every time I'm in Barbados, I'm just like, I'm back. I'm here. Just being present there is can't describe the feeling. So just being back after being so long, it's all right.
Doesn't life feel
Yeah.
so slow out there?
bro.
Yes and no. Yes and no. Yes and no.
I know
Because
exactly what you mean.
I know what
Right?
you're saying, but because I'm on vacation, it's like I'm already biased. I'm already biased because my time is slow. I'm not at the pace that boom, 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 boom that you're on when you're here. So because I'm already slow, I could be automatically viewing things as slow or seeing things as slow or just attaching my slow because of my bias lens because I am not trying to speed up. I am.
But I guess that's what I mean, right? Like
Okay.
for you, like anytime I'm in India, I'm like, holy shoot, it's only 9 a.m. Like,
You know what?
it's so
I
slow.
feel like that. I feel like that too, but I feel like it's different when I was just gonna say I'm like when you go on vacation, you're already slow. But I feel like when you go back to your like home country,
Yeah.
it's like a different type of connection. Like when I put my feet like on the ground, like
Yeah.
it's just a different
Yep.
kind of I don't know
I
energy.
would say more the home country though. Like if I go to Europe or if I'm in a different part of the States, it's not that same slowness.
No, yeah, that's what I mean. I mean
Yeah.
like when you
Yeah,
go back to your like
exactly.
home.
Yeah.
So I was saying you were in Dominican 2 weeks before that.
No, I went to Barbados first.
Oh, and then you went to Dominican.
Then I went to Dominican,
So like,
yeah.
was there a difference for you in terms of like?
Oh, I mean, there's a big difference. There's a big difference and not a big difference. It's just ultimately the big difference is just the language.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And then a little bit the music. That's because reggaeton.
I meant like the pace, like what?
Oh, pace?
you were
Nah.
talking about.
No.
No?
Not even.
Mm.
Not even. No. It's the same. No. Caribbean vibes. Caribbean vibes. You know what I mean? But
Right.
just going back to Barbados quick, what was dope about, like you said, like just touching down, being on the soil, whatever, first hour, literally land, get through customs immigration, get your luggage, link up with my aunt and my cousin, and I'm about to roll out. But right before we do that, I find a dime. And I'm like,
Bro, if you know, you know.
first hour.
If you know, you know.
First
If
hour.
you know, you know.
You know what I mean? And like I'm just like,
Go check
Like,
out Miss
really?
Tab. She has a video explaining all of this.
What is crazy is I don't.
The dimes.
Hold on. So
Yeah.
I don't know what you guys are talking about
Uh-huh.
with dimes,
yeah.
Mhm.
but my connection with dimes is that so there's like a shop by my house.
Mm.
It's like
Oh, this
it's
just got
called
interesting.
Yeah.
It's
This
called-
got very
Yeah.
interesting.
it's called Cloudheads Cafe.
Okay.
Shout them out.
Mhm.
Dopest coffee. They sell mushroom coffee. It's sick.
Okay.
Yeah.
And-
show them one
Hey,
more time.
hey, I was like,
One more
I knew this
time.
guy's ears were
Show them
perked
up.
up.
Show them up one more time, please. One more time.
They're called Cloudheads Cafe.
Only going up this year.
They sell really dope coffee. They
Mhm.
have like mushroom additives in it. They do a lot of CBD stuff. It's
Proper.
like very energy focused
Only going up this year.
shop. Okay. And like they have a lot of shamans that come by like randomly. It's really
Mm.
sick. So every day I walk by
Randomly.
with like, yeah, I mean, every time I go, there's like a different,
Interesting.
it's just like different people, different energy, different vibes. It's like an energy portal, to be honest with you.
Oh no!
So anyways,
Not one of those ones.
Rookie mistake.
So-
rookie
That's
mistake.
like rule number one. Like,
are you done? Thanks. So it's a father and son
Mhm.
that own it.
Yeah.
And
let me double check
they were
right
talking
there.
about dimes all the
Mhm.
time,
Yeah, yeah.
right? So they were talking about like dimes, this, that. Like when they find it, it's like, look, randomly, like in their shoe, in a book, in a like just random spots that you would never think for
Yeah.
them to be there. So they're talking to me about it. And like, you know, when you start talking to people, like your energy's connecting, like all this stuff. So it's been like that with them for a long time.
Mhm.
And then like with my dog, Lucy, she is unfortunately sick right now.
Okay.
She's not doing well. She got diagnosed with like cancer. So
Ooh, sorry to hear that.
thank you. But like, you know, she's trucking along, whatever. So
Mhm.
like, you know, I'm taking different stuff from them to
Mhm.
like give to her, and it's been like she's been holding off or whatever. But they were talking to me about dimes. So I'm like, okay, like that's fucking weird. I've never
Mhm.
okay, man. All right, this is
Continue.
okay.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
it's so crazy that after they're talking to me about that, I go home, I'm chilling, I'm working, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. I'm like, oh, let me do some laundry. I move my laundry basket to like walk it to where my laundry is. I live in like a 1-bedroom condo. So I move it from my room to where the laundry is. And so I put a load in, I go back to my room, and where the laundry basket was, in between the baseboard and the floor, was a dime. And I'm like, how okay, weird, right?
SB, we can't script this shit, eh?
Yeah,
Weird.
We can't script this
Weird.
shit.
Then,
Can you
that-
imagine?
So then-
Can you imagine?
Yeah.
so then, and I personally, like,
Nance,
I
what did you say
don't-
before you? Well, who did you say was watching us, bro? When it was just you and I in here, before they even got here, and you and I had a conversation, and you were like, "Yo, we're gonna get there." Remember all of that? We can't script this. Are you hearing this right now?
Yeah.
This is crazy.
So then, so I see the dime between the baseboard, and I'm like, okay, like that's weird, whatever. I'm like, okay, whatever. So now I'm doing the laundry, whatever, and then I'm like, okay, let me go like do dishes.
Mhm.
I go do dishes. Beside the faucet, okay, so like here's my faucet, then I have like my soap thing or whatever. In between that, like I'm like, oh, I should clean it. Like I haven't cleaned the soap container
Yeah.
thing. I move it, dime. I'm like, what in the absolute fuck
Wow.
is going on?
Wow.
So then now I save change, right? So
Yeah.
like I have a jar with like
Yo, I'm
toonies
gonna
and
start
loonies,
crying,
whatever.
yo.
Okay.
John knows I'm gonna start crying.
So
too.
then,
Mhm.
and I don't take my silver change, right?
Yeah.
Like I always leave it or whatever. So like my man's like, oh, why are you like? It's money. Like take
Yeah.
it, keep it, whatever. Blah blah blah. I'm like, okay, whatever. So then now he like comes by. He comes home, whatever. He pulls out like he has a side bag or whatever, and he's like, yo, like take this. It's just dimes. It's just dimes. Like it's like 4 dimes. Like
Yeah,
no
yeah.
5, no nickel, no
Yeah.
quarter, just dimes. And
Yeah.
I'm like, what is happening?
Yeah.
This is okay. Anyways, honestly, Cloudheads Cafe, please, like you guys got to look at this. This is wild to me.
Yeah.
And then it happened consecutively.
we're not making this up, Priya.
It happened consecutively for like that week.
Mhm.
It just ran like in places that like I wouldn't have it. I took out my Presto card. What's attached to it? A dime.
Mhm.
At my desk. Why? I don't have change. Like it doesn't make any sense at all. And every time I see them, every so often, they're like, yo, I need dimes. And I haven't for a while because I've been like low energy. I haven't been like feeling well, whatever. And then what? Like it's so wild how crazy
I know.
energy is
Exactly. That
and
part.
how much you
That
can
part.
exchange it
That part.
with people. And like when you're like awake to feel that connection.
Are you not
Even-
scared at this point, bro?
Nah, I would even say more than people. I feel like energy could be transferred with so much more than just people.
What'd you say? More than people. Yeah.
Yeah.
And even though that, so what you're saying that, so now I'm walking with Lucy, I'm passing by the shop. They're talking about dimes again, whatever. And like Lucy wasn't doing well, like she got worse or whatever, right? So I was talking about that,
Yeah.
and I'm like, but when she sees them,
Yeah.
like she hypes up, like her
Yeah,
energy
yeah.
comes back.
Yeah.
So like to your point,
Mm.
this lady, there's this man and this woman sitting down and they're having a coffee.
Yeah.
And she's like, can I pet your dog? And I was like, yeah, of course. And she's like, what did you say her name was? And I said, Lucy.
Yeah.
She's like, my mom passed away 2 days ago and her name was Lucy.
Wow.
And the way, and Lucy's very like,
Yeah.
she can be very hype
Yeah.
with people because she's like, oh my God, a new friend.
Yeah.
Hi, let me hug you.
Yeah.
Let me like body check you. Like,
yeah,
you know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah,
Like, let
yeah.
me lick inside your esophagus. She sat down. She sat down by the woman. She
Yeah.
just sat there.
Yeah.
And the woman was like petting her and like hugging her and she didn't move.
Man.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
this is, and they were like, this is energy. Like, this is the portal. Like, this is what's happening.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I agree. Like, it's with animals. It's with
Yeah.
nature. It's with tree. Like, it's
Ooh,
with
I like you said
everything.
nature. Yeah,
Well,
nature
yeah.
You know
is
what I
a big
mean?
one.
Like,
it's all
Sometimes
encompassing.
you can be
Yeah.
in nature and like there's no wind. There's no wind.
Yeah. It's still.
And something moves and something like just
Yeah.
because of like
Yeah.
you're
yeah.
just connecting. Like,
Yeah.
you know, energy is really big and I feel like people don't give it or give the respect to it that it deserves.
I think, I mean, to a big part, I think we're ignorant to it. Or when I say we, like, excuse me, just in general, I mean, I think I was always connected to it. There was always, in terms of, I think for me, it just started as raw instinct. Like, just whatever my instinct tells me, like, if I have nothing else to go by, no knowledge, no experience, no word of mouth, no nothing, absolutely nothing, but I have a gut feeling, or even if I have all of that leaning one way, but I have a gut feeling leaning the other way, I'm going with my gut.
Do you feel like you didn't know what to call it at that time?
100%. I had no idea. I back then it was just my gut.
Yeah.
But then I guess when
There's a lot of science behind that too.
with
I
the
gut
know,
connecting to your brain and like
right?
instinctual behavior. Yeah.
I don't know the science,
Yeah.
but after time and experience, growth and self-reflection, it's more than just like my gut. Like, you know what I mean? Like it is that energy and it is transferable. And yeah, you can get infected or yeah, you can bless somebody. Like it's all respective to context, to perspective, to environment, to so many different things. And you would just think that you're living life day to day, but it's all encompassing. And
sometimes people aren't ready to hear it though, right?
Nah,
But we're trained
exactly.
not to. Like going back.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Going back on
exactly.
Going back on what you're saying though, I would say Western culture kind of messed it up a little bit. If you go back to any of the other like civilizations or parts of the world, Africa, they're spiritual. You know what I mean? India definitely, China definitely, like most of like Asia in that sense. The natives before we stripped that whole thing away, they were connected to nature.
Yeah.
And all this stuff means something.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's like you want to believe it, but you're being taught not to.
Yeah.
And then you got to rely on your own experiences if you have them.
Yeah.
But even that requires a certain level of awareness.
Mm-hmm.
Or you need to make it make sense, right? And some people can't comprehend like just what we were talking about right now, like the dime stuff, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say. So let's make
So-
that make sense for you now. Funny, you get it? Sense.
Right.
You like how I did that there, right? I got those ones. Whenever you're ready. Double, triple, quadruple entendres. Trust me. But
Super dad joke, but yeah.
you see how many are in there, right?
Yeah.
And you saw I took one out of my pocket and gave it to you.
Is that where you took it from?
Yeah, out of my pocket. I walk with a dime in my right pocket every day
Why?
because of what they meant to me or what they mean
Yeah.
to me.
What do they mean to you?
So, but the craziest part to all of this, do you remember the day? It was in October, funny enough, the 10th month of the year. You and I were on the phone for like 4 hours. It was like an entire afternoon. I was at the community center close to my house, and I was sitting on the park bench. And it was one of those.
Last October?
Nah, this is
What
2
October
Octobers
are you
ago.
Oh, okay.
This is like.
It's a long conversation, man.
But the reason why I remember is because trust me, it was like an entire afternoon. I don't even know why I called Pree, but I almost want to say it was the October 24th, to be honest.
Yeah.
Sometime the week of the 22nd, it was like the 22nd, the 24th, 20th, something like that.
Okay.
But I had explained everything that was going on with me.
Yeah.
And I was sharing all of that.
Yeah.
Do you remember that conversation?
Yeah, I do now.
And how long we were on the phone and I
Yeah.
explained everything. And I was like,
yeah.
funny enough, it was the 10th month of the year. And I spoke to my grandmother that day. And that was the first day I told her about all of that stuff. And for anybody who's watching us, I went through a pretty difficult separation. It lasted longer than it really should have. And it was pretty bad. And I had people around me that I was
It
having
was very bad.
You said it, not me.
Yeah.
Very significant conversations with. And again, that's kind of where this idea of this even started. So the validating moment for I think every one of us in this room is everything you just said about the dimes. Because we all have our own things. From it was introduced and I was like, yo, this dime thing keeps happening to me where I'm finding dimes. And it's never any other loose change. It's always
Right.
just one
Yeah.
single dime
Yeah.
by
Yeah.
itself.
Yeah. That's
There's
wild.
never anything else around it.
That's
never.
really wild.
It's
but,
always just that one single dime.
but even what you're saying like this came out of something that was, I would say, dark, right?
Yeah.
So like you turned your darkness into light, and that's
That's
the
all
same
you
thing.
can do.
That's the same
Yeah.
thing I did with
Yeah.
body ammo.
That's
Yeah.
I was going through a very, very traumatic, dark period of my life. And I'm like, I need this energy somewhere else. I cannot dwell on this because I don't know if I can come out of this.
And
like,
then what was
I don't think I can.
so what was
And
crazy?
so that's how body ammo was born. So I'm just saying, like, even with this,
Mhm.
you're going through probably one of the hardest times of your life,
Mhm.
and you created something beautiful out of that.
And the funny thing was when we had these conversations about like, yeah, sure, yeah, but I don't know, maybe like, oh, Bunny started a podcast, because
Yeah.
like people were talking about it. I was like,
Yeah.
man, like everybody has one of those. Like, what's gonna make our soul turn up?
Yeah.
But I mean, we started.
But that's the thing, right? It's like everybody has a white cotton T-shirt. What makes one
Exactly.
you pay
Yep.
$2.50 for one and $5 for the other?
Yep.
Right.
And sometimes it's even just the story behind it.
Exactly.
And even there's
Yeah.
a reason why I have this T-shirt on today too.
Yeah.
Funny enough, because this is where it started for me.
What?
Big up Andrew Schultz. He was recently in town, but Brilliant Idiots. My younger sister
Oh.
introduced me to podcasts.
Mm.
Like she was always trying to get me onto podcasts, and I was like, I mean, I'll get around to it. And we've spoken about how annoying it was that we knew what podcasts were when we were in school back in like 08.
Yeah.
We just never cared enough to like try a thing. Then.
Right.
It took us this long.
But it's time and place, right?
Exactly. So
That's
my
the
sister
timing.
kept like plugging it with me, and I was already a regular listener of Breakfast Club, and I'm like a day one Breakfast Clubber. I'm talking like 2011. First thing in the morning, I'm waking up, and that's going on. So my sister always wondered why I don't follow Charlamagne outside of the Breakfast Club.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, "You probably like Brilliant Idiots." I finally went and listened to it for the first time, and
You were hooked?
yo, like regular.
But that's what, it just takes one clip, one episode, like one something.
What it
you know?
was, it's like it gave you an opportunity to hear people think, like speaking their thoughts in real time, and not worrying about the consequences in any way.
Mhm.
And it was sickening in a way, because at times you're like, damn, yo, that questionable thought that I just had, if I said it out loud, people are gonna look at me away. But them man, they're saying it in real time, and they're not even worried about it.
Yeah.
And like, I would love to speak like that if I had the opportunity to, because now I know that there are other people out there in the world that think the same way
Yeah.
I do,
Yeah.
and it just felt so welcoming. And then eventually, I just fell in love with it, and I was hooked. And I don't know, but going back to the dimes again, if you haven't noticed, it's in our logo. It's in the microphone.
What?
All of those things in there represent something to each one of us, and we were very intentional about putting the dime in there.
Those are dimes?
No, one of them is.
Yeah.
Take a good look at the logo at some point, but
I'm going to look right now.
yeah,
is what I'm
trust me,
gonna
it's
do.
one of those things that's worth studying, because everything in there represents each one of us. Well, the three of us for the most part. Knott's overall, he's like the real brains behind the whole thing, so he was okay with just having the logo as a whole. But he's like, nah, you guys go ahead and choose. Each one of us have three. So I chose 3 things in there. SB chose 3 things, and then Face chose 3 things.
What are the 3 things? Why don't you talk about it?
We don't have time for all of that, but the dimes thing.
Okay,
did
we
that.
don't
We
have time.
No, but going back to the dimes, I didn't finish the story. So
Which
that
one's
they
is
were
it?
talking.
Which one is a dime? Oh, this?
Yeah. Anybody watching, you can go take a look at it, zoom in somehow. I don't know, figure it out.
Barbados.
But
Trees.
you're not even listening to my
Okay,
story,
sorry,
man.
sorry,
Like,
sorry,
the
man,
dimes, don't worry.
I apologize. All right,
Come on, man.
Okay.
Fix up.
Sorry. Shut up, man.
Hey, don't make me take back your button, eh?
You're never going to take it back. Come on now.
Because
No, you're not going to.
Because you know what's turn up.
Talk your talks, but you know
Okay,
you're not
so
going to. Say it with your
that
chest.
conversation happened in the 10th month, and that was also the same day that I told my grandmother everything. And then my grandmother had prayed on the phone. And you know when like you have that
moment.
grandmother prayer
Yeah.
is
Yeah,
different.
yeah.
You know those ones, like,
yeah.
that grandmother prayer is different.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
my grandmother prayed on the phone, and again, it was in the 10th month. I even put up. This is when I had that first Instagram account that I opened up. I don't even know if you have that one,
I don't know.
but I posted something on there. It's literally 10 swipes, and it was all my ancestors, because that's what they say the dimes represent. It's your ancestors that
I
are
didn't
looking
know
out
that.
for you.
I didn't know that.
So the reminder to me was almost like oh, that's somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Like somebody, like they're reminding me that, yo, they're here for me.
Right.
Just keep doing what you're doing, bro. We
Yeah.
got you type shit.
Yeah.
Priya, I'm telling you, some of the most awkward places I found those things.
No, it's crazy.
I'm telling you wouldn't imagine, like, how is that thing even
No, I
there
know.
right now?
My bait, like, it doesn't make sense.
But
It just doesn't make sense.
the best part to all of it was, though, I told this guy. And then what happened to you, bro?
Yeah. Well, it's been happening, but I didn't know what to relate it to. I was just like, yeah, I found dimes too. So when you were singing, it wasn't even like, because you know me too. I have my own skeptic beliefs too. Like I'm like think I'm woke or spiritual, whatever. But at the same time, I'm a skeptic when it comes to certain shit. So that being said, when you brought that to me, I wasn't looking at it like, bro, like you're finding change. Like when you brought it to me, when you brought it to me, I was just like, yeah, no, I know what's up. I know what's up, but I didn't know the deeper meaning. So then when we got into that, I was just like, that's what it is. It's like that. Okay. So then to bring it all back, when I was in Barbados and I found my dime.
In Barbados?
In Barbados, yeah.
Stop.
Pree, that ain't even it.
Yeah.
Trust me, that ain't even it. That ain't even it. That's not even it. I'm gonna up that. I'm gonna up that for
Okay,
you. Watch
nice.
this, yo.
So the first hour, I'm just like, yo, it's granddad. He's just thinking, he's like, oh, you reach? Yeah? All right, cool. Go on, do your thing. Respect, dude. Like, that's granddad. Just, yeah.
And then when we introduce it to this guy, what happened to you?
Yeah, it's wild.
Yeah.
Even like the first day that I got to New York at Roosevelt.
And what we started
Jackson
doing was
Heights.
taking pictures.
Boom. Yeah.
We started taking pictures and sharing them in the group chat. And every time it's like sometimes we give an explanation, sometimes we'd record it, but we just kept taking pictures and sharing it in the group. Then what happened to you, bro? There's even a night we were out.
Sorry, you found one in New York?
We found one
Multiple.
in Atlanta, in Ohio. We're like, levels to this, yo.
Yeah, like the Atlanta one's kind of crazy.
Anybody see that? Bro, this man's hating me right now.
Yo, but it's like hearing this right now. You're not just as mind blown. This is crazy.
At this point, like, I don't want to say I'm numb to it, but like, I know what it is.
Yeah.
It don't like, at this point, it's just part and parcel of what it is.
Yeah.
You know?
It's been a
You see
while.
that?
now.
Part
Wait,
and
how would I
parcel.
find something like that?
What is that?
A CD.
No, I know
Of a band.
it's a CD,
It's like one of those
It's 10 cents
Who's
jingling
CDs?
throughout the whole album.
It's one of those quartets. Like one of those like Boston quartets or something like that. Like one of those trumpet soundtracks type shit. Trust me, you wouldn't even believe where I would find these things. Like that's not even a real dime, but you get what I mean?
No.
Yo, trust me, it was crazy. I had to buy it. I saw it and I had to buy it. Shout out
So,
Volley
so when
Village.
he's going for a walk, he's got his Walkman on. He's listening to that. He's
A
got a
Walkman
diamond.
in
He's got
his pocket.
a diamond in his right pocket.
Yeah.
My man's repping the dimes heavy.
Trust me, we went to Atlanta, found one there. Found one literally as we were all like we just got in the car together, stopped to get food right before we're
In the
we're
car?
going to the highway. No, yeah, basically, yeah.
On the street?
Parking lot.
Multiple
We parked
times,
like
yo.
right beside it.
Multiple
Of all
times
the places to park.
that is fucked.
It happened
underneath the
multiple times, though.
tree, and
Yeah.
nothing else. Single
A
dime.
tree?
Yeah, hold on. Before we even left at the gas station. too.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
funny.
wild.
And then also everybody, like even I've work friends now who I shared some of this with. Dimes.
Yes.
And it's people that I've like been speaking to, like that I've shared this with,
Yeah.
who would believe
Yeah.
dimes.
That's crazy.
So I made a point of every day walking with a dime in my pocket, in my right pocket. Just like, so there's always somebody with me. As crazy as it sounds, but the one I gave you, you keep that. That's for you.
Not
But
gonna-
that's how deep that runs.
I'm not gonna lie. I need these ancestors to start
put it in
throwing me
there?
some
Yeah.
bills.
I mean, but you see what we do. I collect them. I was gonna doubt. Whatever.
I was like, oh, let me ask.
I mean, it's not going anywhere.
I thought that's where you got it
No,
from.
but that's
why
why
I
I
was
read
like,
it. I
oh.
read it.
Yeah, that's
You know
the
what I
one.
mean?
That's the one that I usually carry in my pocket.
I'm so sorry.
Until I find another one. But
no.
yeah. I feel like after this, I'm probably gonna go find one just now.
Of course.
This is
That's
what.
wild.
You,
Yeah,
trust
that's
me.
wild.
This ain't crazy.
No, I'm kind of at where he's at with
Yeah.
it. Where it's like I'm just kind of like numb to it now.
Yeah.
I feel like when you
And
get
we've
to
never
that-
spoken about this.
No, never. But I feel like when you get to that part, like the guys at the cafe, like they're super numb to it. So like when they're telling me about it, like I'm still like mind blown
Yeah.
every time, right?
Yeah.
Like I'm finding them here and I'm like, same thing. I'm actually like taking pictures of it.
Yeah.
And then when I see them, I'm like, why is this under my ottoman? Like I don't carry change. Like this doesn't make any sense.
Trust
So
me.
I'm
yo,
saying, like,
it's
once you get to
crazy.
that spot or whatever, you're just like, yeah, this is where I'm supposed to be. This is the path I'm supposed to be on. The dimes are showing me that I'm going in the right direction. So I'm
That
not
part.
like
Yeah.
shocked about it. I'm just like, it's like affirmed kind
Yeah.
of thing.
Yeah.
different, yo. Like different. Like this is different. So I shouted out Miss Tab. If anybody who don't like, you Miss Tab, you know Miss Tab, not Miss Tab, you know Miss Tab. So she's a black, I guess I wouldn't call her social media. She has a show. I don't know if it's on PBS in the States, but she does a lot of online content. She has some stuff on YouTube, but she does a kids show.
I'm gonna get familiar.
Her full name's Tabitha Brown. Google her, YouTube her, whatever, you'll find her. But she has a video online, a couple videos that I've seen speaking about this exact same thing.
Okay.
This exact same thing. So
About
when
dimes?
So when I found that, I was like, okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Because now I know I'm not crazy.
Mhm.
And then seeing comments that were people leaving, it's like, okay, thank you. I know I'm not crazy.
Mhm.
But for us, it's just always been specifically dimes.
Yeah.
And like I said, there's nothing ever around it, just a single dime by itself.
Yeah.
So I have 2 stories that I can top. I think the Barbados one. Well, one actually, but
I think I know you. Oh, go on.
The day of my mom's funeral.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Service is done now, and we're all walking back out of the church. And the family typically would lead, right? So
Right.
we're at the front, so nobody else has walked out yet. But another friend of mine, shout out Dippy, was at the door. Like he just happened to end up posting up at the door, like towards the end. And as I got to him, he grabbed me, and he's like, he like grabbed me close and pulled me, and he's like, "Yo, dog, look, there was a dime on the floor in the church."
Yeah, that's
And my daughter picked it up. Can you imagine, yo? And he knew about the whole dimes thing because he and I have been together for the 1, 2 of them. So he was very familiar. So seeing that in that moment, it was, the chills.
that's a
Yeah,
very
absolute-
emotional moment.
Nats and I have been
Yeah.
together on
Yeah.
occasions and I found them.
That-
Like it's crazy. Yeah, that exactly. Yeah. She's like,
yeah. See, that doesn't make sense, but it doesn't have to make sense.
It's divine. That's the thing. Yeah, that's why it doesn't
Right.
make sense.
Right.
Yeah.
That's something.
I don't even know where to go after this because
That's
that like
your mom.
I feel like we need to take a break, yo.
Well, I was also in the
Like,
DR.
this is just-
You know what I mean? I
that's
also
your
went there. A dual kid, like,
You're good to
what?
keep going because you're good. You need a break or like
I'm good, man.
because
No,
that
I'm
was
good too, but
Yeah,
I know you're probably over here on something that was different. Man. Like, this is
How so?
shit. Like, who would have thought that Pree would come in here and start talking about that?
Yo, like, I don't really get shocked anymore, bro.
Nah, be
and I know,
honest,
no, but I know where he's
like my life
Yeah.
is so like
but it's
out
almost
there.
it's that feeling to me where it's like you are who you think you are. It's almost like that. Like, yo, you're headed in the right direction. Like, just keep going.
But
Yeah.
that's
Just
what
like
that,
this is the validation. Like,
You're
don't
right.
question these things. Like,
No.
we are watching over you. We got you.
Mhm.
Just keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
People are gonna think you're crazy, but just keep doing what you're doing.
don't like
We got you.
I want to ask you something, right? Like how you said that. Like my perspective on things is like I'm expecting things to happen. Like I'm almost like anticipating things to
Yeah.
happen. Not specifically this, but like anything random that's happening, I'm like
Almost
about
waiting for
time.
it.
Like
It's like it's destiny. Like it's written, and
Yeah.
we're telling you.
And that's,
Yeah.
but that's what I'm saying.
This
Yeah.
is
yeah.
like
It is divine. Yeah.
but that's what you
So
you
don't
are
question
father.
who
I
you
feel
are.
like you are far. Like when you are expecting things to happen, not surprised by things that happen. I feel like you're farther along in whatever journey.
true, I guess. Yeah.
like
okay.
like
I
one
get
of
that.
my prayers is bless me with wisdom and the ability to see it. And
True. Yeah.
I don't know how to further elaborate on that. Like I just want to be able to.
That's like the sickest bar in the world to me. Like,
Yeah.
it
Like,
don't get any higher level than
yeah,
that.
yeah,
I'm still
yeah.
very surprised at things that happen. But
It don't get any higher than that, bro.
Yeah.
Outside of that, the understanding.
Yeah.
That's like the ability to see it, though,
Exactly.
right?
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
sometimes
yeah.
it's kind of
Yeah.
like, yo, you're gifted with blessings all the time, but are they blessings if you can't recognize them? They still might be.
They
But-
might be, but
but-
like,
Yo,
you're
SB's on his
ignorant
Kobe
to it.
shit tonight, eh? SB's on his Kobe shit tonight. I like this, man. I like this, brother. I like this, man.
But it goes back to what you're saying too, to tie it all in. Like the energies beyond people, beyond animals, it's beyond nature. Like there's all kinds of spirits. There's a much higher power. There's all kinds, like, yo, God's in you. Like, you know, like tap
Bro.
into that.
I
Like,
think
bro.
it's just like what you're saying. You just said that, sometimes like you don't see it. So when you have a goal, and let's say your goal is whatever, like the letter, I was going to say
Audible's got to pay me to talk.
whatever, but like, you know what I mean? Like, let's say your goal is whatever. Let's say your goal is like, creating a podcast. Let's just say it's that.
Yeah.
But all the things that are leading up to it, you don't see that
No.
as
yeah.
goal. You don't see that as though
Yeah,
like
yeah,
you're
yeah.
getting there.
I
Yeah,
do.
yeah.
No, but I'm saying what I'm not saying you.
No,
I'm
not. I don't even mean it like in a
And I
rude,
know you
arrogant
don't.
way.
That-
But
I
like,
know you don't.
like,
But I'm
That's what
saying
makes
like
it-
yeah.
because you like you're saying that you're aware and like these things don't surprise you. It's just that like when people have like a very end goal
yeah,
and they're not reaching that goal, like they
Yeah.
haven't achieved that. Let's say by the end of the year they're like, oh, I want to make like 10 grand from like whatever
I know
partnerships
exactly
or
what you mean,
whatever,
trust
right?
me.
yeah,
And they don't make 10 grand, but they make connections and they make whatever it is, but they're not there. They don't make that monetary, whatever it is. And they're like, fuck, I didn't make that goal. I didn't hit it, when they're down on themselves. And then next year
yeah,
they hit like 20 or whatever it is.
Yeah.
yeah.
But they don't see that all of the steps that they were taking.
Yeah.
It's like the concept of blind faith, right? Like you're moving a direction, nothing's guaranteed, but you're moving that direction like as if it's guaranteed,
Yep.
no matter what.
Right.
So you see people break down when they're finally, they hit it.
Yeah.
They made it. They got it. Like,
That's the basis of manifestation though, right?
exactly.
So
Exactly.
100%. And it's a journey. It's a journey.
Like Stephen King, right? I was just reading his book, a memoir on writing, and he talks about the moment they're broke, they got a kid, they're like it's not working.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And he finally gets the call to say, "Yo, you got this deal on the table now."
His book deal?
Yeah, first book deal, $400K. According to his
Advance.
contract, he's getting half of that. And he's on the phone talking to the guy. He's like, "No, can you repeat that number?
Mm-hmm.
40,000? What is it? Like what?" Like 5-10 minutes go by. He's just asking him to repeat it, and it's like he couldn't even like take it all in.
Yeah.
And he goes, "I'm gonna go buy my wife a gift to like celebrate this." He couldn't even process what to get her. He gets her a
Right.
hair dryer. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So
I
it's
love
like
that.
I
I love
like,
that.
yo, you don't like when it
I
really
love
really
that.
happens. Like as
Yeah.
much as
Yeah.
like,
100%.
yeah.
I agree.
But I'm not gonna lie. As soon as I touched down in Newark last time, yo, the Audible fucking little bus thing was right there. I put that on IG. I'm like, yo, they're there to pick me up right now. Like it's. I should have knocked
They're
on
here
their
to
door.
sign me. They're here to sign me.
I'm going in there. I'm going in their head
Yeah.
office and strip around still.
I love it.
SB's the best, man. And even that, when he and I had first, like the day we met, sorry, the 20, you know what? The 24th was when we started this actually. 10/24 is the day of our first recording. 10/24/2020, right?
Was it 2020?
20, nah, man. 2020, 2021? 2021?
I got the
I don't
text
know.
message still. I
Exactly,
just
that's
21.
21,
yeah.
It was
like,
21.
21.
Yeah,
It was 21.
This is crazy too because
It
I
was
don't think a lot of
21.
people really
Sorry,
know
it's
this.
21. Yeah, it's 21.
Like we didn't really know each other,
Exactly.
And that,
but
yeah.
there were so many connections.
Similarities, exactly.
It's
The
got to be at least like
commonalities.
100 people in between.
Exactly.
I actually messaged him saying, "Yo, if I was to do a podcast, would you want to be a part of it?"
and then it
right?
was like, it's
You
done.
messaged.
Face.
Yeah.
That's where I've been. This is why the whole thing to me is just interesting. Like it's like I've been offered to be with people and I've wanted to do it for the longest time. Like we all got something to say, and I don't know. I guess we're all storytellers, right? But eventually he hits me back like, "Yo,
Everybody
link
has
up
a
here."
story. They just have to be able to tell it and tell it in a good way.
Yeah. I mean,
So you've been wanting to do a podcast or
Yo,
thinking about it,
forever.
and then you hit him on this?
Because we were already talking about like what can we
YouTube.
do, different things. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
because
So then,
people are hitting me. People are telling me to start one.
Who's
yeah.
telling you?
A lot of people.
People like what you say?
Say what? Come on, don't do that. I have I am a good.
You
I can have
are okay,
conversations.
man. All right. I'm joking.
Okay.
Jeez. Okay, continue.
So when he hit me up, it was just beautiful because I'm like, all right, it's done. It's a wrap. Like,
But did you guys know each other at the
Nah.
no.
So
Nah.
I had always
You were
heard his
telling me
name
this.
because I had always heard his
And-
name through him, through whoever, like other.
This guy
friends
ran
that we
my
had.
name through the fucking street, did a whole fucking
yeah, for
FBI
sure.
search and
Well,
everything.
there's the file.
You weren't like
I don't play when it
Straight.
comes to nobody, yo. Like what? I'm
Hilarious.
doing my Googles. I'm doing my fact checks.
Shout out Marsha.
Yeah, yeah. Shout her out
Is
again.
that
Only going up this year.
okay?
Yeah, to
That
run his
makes sense.
credibility, I had to be like, yo, what's
That
up?
makes
Like,
sense. That makes sense.
I know you know him too, so like, what's up? Like, let me know.
Respect for SB for just like taking my word on it. And that's all he needed. You know what I mean?
I'm happy that you brought that up, but that's a fact. That's a
Yeah,
fact.
Just, you went off the strength of him.
100%. Like
With meeting him?
Yeah,
with the whole thing.
I was just like, nah, come through. Like, trust me, my
Wait,
boy.
did you-
Like,
Sorry.
yeah, it's a
Did
wrap.
the first time you guys met, you did this?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
recorded.
pretty
Or you
much.
just like hung
Nah,
out?
the whole
No,
thing is
so
recorded, man.
Because the whole thing was, I told this guy, because at that point, I wasn't even on like the podcast stuff. I was more focused on other stuff, right?
Okay.
So then, remember, I was like, yeah, I'm not trying to go start buying no equipment, no nothing, because if we're doing this, we're all independent all day on some Nipsey shit. I'm telling you,
Yeah,
he could break down everything. I was on, if we're doing
Marathon
this, we are
continues.
complete. Exactly. Like, trust me. We are doing this all independent. Like, yo, we're ground up type shit. Ground all the way up.
Grassroots. Yeah.
What?
Okay.
Like, trust me. So then I was like, man, fuck it. Let's do it, bro.
That's it.
We started getting some stuff, whatever. And the very first day, I said, yo, the very first conversation that I have with this guy, we have to record it.
Yeah, this is a
It
joke.
has
show,
to be
right?
recorded.
As soon as like I don't remember if I jumped in your car. We came together, right?
yeah.
The first time?
because you came through at my crib and then we went.
I made like a little video to myself, like, all right, here we go. We're about to go.
Do you
start
have
this thing.
it?
Yeah, I have to have it. It's got to be on like whatever OneDrive or something, somewhere, some cloud.
I'm like, play
Hey,
that.
man.
Yeah,
I hope it's
yeah.
not that
I
Drake
wanna see
Blackberry
it.
shit.
Nah,
Lost
nah,
in Mexico.
nah,
Like, you know those ones, right? Because you know he's in his Mexico stories, right?
Yo,
If
the
you
amount
don't
of
know,
stuff-
go watch some of those old
the
episodes.
amount of stuff that I lost on that is
Mexico,
crazy.
dog.
But no, I have that. But then he's like, oh, he wants to record. I'm like, oh shit, okay. Like the vibe
That's
is
how you know I
already
wasn't playing.
The
Yeah.
vibe's already
Yeah.
kind of like
Yeah.
this guy's thinking a little too much like me. Like how much investigating he been
And
doing?
I knew you guys would connect off the rip. I was just like, oh, it's done. Because you know how you could have like mutual friends, but you're like, yeah, they won't be
They won't
cohesive.
vibe. Yeah,
it won't
yeah,
glue.
yeah.
I was just like, nah, these two. I'm like, no, yeah, it's gonna work. It's gonna work.
So from the very first day, we sat down, the three of us, and had a conversation. And we have it recorded. We have every conversation recorded. Well, I mean, like,
I just feel like a
And,
pause is overdue somewhere.
yeah, I guess. Yeah, pause. Yeah, sure, yeah.
Just
You got
saying.
me. Yeah, you got me. Good one. Good. Kudos to you.
That's dope.
But yeah, every conversation be recorded. So then, I think we probably have like two or three audio only, and then we started doing video.
Yeah.
Because by that point, we were like,
That's for the
yo,
doc.
everybody's already starting to do video. So it's like, we got to turn this into video. Like, we have to record it video and audio.
Right.
And it's not a podcast.
Exactly. So then
It's a
I
show.
got mad because I'm like, yo, I'm not calling it a podcast. Then it's a show.
Mhm.
Like, it's a show at this point. But I mean, the trendy word became podcast. So call it what you want, because we're available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Play. We're
Plug
on
it.
YouTube. Like, if
Oh,
you
yeah, we
haven't
out
found
here.
us already,
We're out here.
go ask somebody. Because
Yeah.
I mean, word's getting out there slowly but surely. But
No, now you know.
That's
you
what's
see
up.
it though. And even that, when that became a thing, it's like, oh, this just adds to the level of wit.
Yeah.
So we started getting these buttons and sound effects and stuff. But yeah, so then that's when Knots got
Yo,
involved.
this was a button before it was a button. Like I was just like, this would be my sign.
Because early on, this guy insisted, oh, this is Joe Buttons. Oh, I got Joe
That's
Buttons.
like the first
I'm
thing I
like,
said to him.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's on the recorded.
I mean,
No, I have a Joe Budden like lyric tattooed on me.
yeah, right. Shout out Joe real quick, because yo, like,
it's like
The
that,
joke
eh?
is she tried to put me on Joe
Joe.
Budden time ago.
Hey,
Yeah, yeah.
remember?
you had
Yeah,
asked
yeah,
me once
she
if I
was-
answered,
yeah,
and
I
was
remember
like,
that too,
man, I
actually.
really still.
10 minutes.
I was just about to say
10
that.
minutes.
I was just about to say that. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
the track that you told me about. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
But yeah, shout out Joe Buttons and those guys with all of their success. Again, shout out to Andrew Schultz and Charlemagne with the Brilliant Idiots. Those are probably like,
Yo, he's
two
selling
that are
out
different
every-
at this point.
Like
Yeah.
he sold out ACC
yeah,
twice,
yeah,
but like
yeah,
even in
yeah.
New York, even
I
in New
think he
York,
added the second
Comedy
show.
Cellar, it's all sold out. You can't
Yeah.
even
Yeah.
like any show that he's on sold out. I
Yeah.
tried to grab some tickets from him beforehand to just like sit in the crowd and
Yeah,
Let
they sold out. Yeah, yeah.
me, me, ask me.
And even Schultz too, like knowing Schultz's story where he had this Netflix special and was like, F that, you guys can take that back. I'm gonna go record this on my own independently. Shout out Alex Media.
Only going up this year.
We connected with him while we were in Atlanta for the Black Effects Podcast Festival.
Yeah.
He's the one that does all the behind the scenes. Flagrant 2, another podcast. I don't really take in Flagrant 2, but whatever. I'm mostly just Brilliant Idiots. What was I saying?
Lauren.
Well, that's Buddy. I think you need to fix that one.
Did I say it wrong?
Yeah, you did actually.
Fuck, what's her name?
Only going up this
Taylor. Oh man.
Shout out Fun Size T.
Let me fix it real quick though.
We're leaving that in there.
Leave it. It's all good. Like number one, just like that, I made her laugh.
Yeah.
Did not know who she was, right? And this is a huge compliment, and I'm not just making this up, right? There's, in my opinion, very few people that look better in person than they do on screen. She is definitely one of them.
Like, she looks better in person?
She's beautiful in person, dude.
And
like,
on screen?
She looks good on screen too, but I'm just saying in person, like it's something else.
Shout out Rory and Maul too. They're coming to Toronto apparently. Somebody just sent me their flyer the other day. They're gonna be at Danforth Hall.
realize you can't ignore Toronto anymore though. You have to pass through.
Basically,
you have to pass through. Now Taylor Swift made some noise, and then all of a sudden, how many shows in Toronto?
Like, trust me, this is
a lot of noise.
Yeah, we're like the fourth largest city in North America though. Like we're not small.
Yeah,
like,
I do believe Alex had said that they're looking to open something up here. We're still waiting for our phone call. So what's up, man? You guys are just in town. I heard that you're hanging out with shout out Marlon Palmer and the Extra Gravy podcast. They're another Toronto podcast. He was hanging out with him apparently, but yeah, what's up? Schultz is outside, so where were you? If you guys are in town, demand them waiting for a phone call.
Yeah.
Bro.
DM.
Only going up this year.
Whatever.
We're figuring it out over here, man. But the Joe Budden stuff, shout them out too, because that's what I'm trying not to consume any other content anymore. I mean, I'd rather just focus on doing this. But if I'm gonna watch 1-2 clips here and there, those are the ones that have been in my algorithms as of late.
I can't I'm not committed to a podcast. I'm like more committed to the guests that they have. But if it was something, it'd still be Drink Champs for me.
Yeah, eh?
Yeah.
No, I'm over those guys.
Who's on your socks?
That's me before the beard.
You have your face on your own sock?
It was a gift, but yes, I do.
Can you pull them up? Can I just? Oh, that.
You want a pair of those?
No, I don't.
You never did it?
What do you mean? It's yellow like this. Why wouldn't you want a pair of those?
I just.
I know. I'm playing.
Want your face on my feet?
Yeah, no, I don't blame you.
Unless you're paying me.
Oh, we go back to what you're serving again. Right?
That was funny. I like we just did there. I feel like there's a bunch of things I can hit that Hadoop kid too, but you guys want to take a quick break, or I don't know. How you guys feeling tonight? Because quick break, Nats? All right, we'll be right back with some more SUP. If you're in the GTA and need your car detailed, visit Speckless Pro Auto Detailing. They specialize in both exterior and interior cleaning, including headlight restoration and salt stain removal. Book online at www.specklessprodetailing.com or call 416-262-0702. Don't accept anything less. Visit Speckless. Now you're getting it. You see it though? All right. Shout out Renzel. Shout out Meek Millie. I have a pretty interesting. Well, I wouldn't call it interesting, but I met Rose last year, and I had an opportunity to tell him what my favorite song from him is, and it's one of those moments I'll never forget. It was. Even his response to it was just on some classic shit. It's
That's what he said?
It's Apple of My Eye by Rick Ross. If you don't know that song, go check it out.
But he said that's some classic
Literally,
shit?
I'm giving the man a dabs like this, and I'm like, Apple of My Eye. That's the one for me. Yeah. And he gave me a head nod. He's like, classic shit. Because like, it features Raphael Sadiq.
Yeah, I love that kind
And
of
that's
confidence.
like, could you like that combination to me?
Yeah.
That's like one of those Jay-Z level type Justin Timberlake collabs that you're not even thinking about.
Yeah.
Like you're not even thinking about.
Yeah, no.
So it's like, what triggered him to be like, yo, I'm gonna go draw for Raphael Sadiq to come to the studio, or me sending him the track or whatever, and he's gonna like put his vocals on this. Cause that song to me is, yo, the intro alone. Cause that's what it's always been. And
It's an appreciation. I feel like it's a mutual appreciation. Like, especially when you get in the realm of like art. Like sometimes when you're on the outside, you're the consumer. You can't necessarily see how certain people could connect, right? Mm-hmm. But like when you're in that realm of art, it's like you could be from 2 different time zones, 2 different like, you know what I mean?
You want to make a next sound.
It's always like the collab.
You want to be the first.
You never know you needed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to do it first.
Yeah.
You know?
And even shout out First King same times too. Because he told a story on one of the episodes where he was like, Rose shouted out his brand. Like he was doing some stuff over the pandemic and like literally came up because it's like he had this thing where you send him a package of some merch or whatever. So he got something. He shouted it out. He shouted him out.
Big.
Dope.
Yeah. It's like when you get that, you get to live that moment like, all right, yo, like that was meant to happen.
Yeah.
That is that same validation shit that we're talking about. You got what I mean? Like, yo, don't think you're far from that.
Yeah.
Like you can reach them heights.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's more heights.
Mm.
You gotta plug those ones in there too.
Let's go fly a kite.
You gotta plug those ones too, man.
Let's go fly a kite.
Shout out the brand same time. But on that note, we did have a next bottle that I wanted to pop. And then you were all here on some like shots thing, but
Man, them are classy.
nah, dude, I can't do the shots.
I you know what it is? It's funny. Okay, so even coming back from overseas, yo, the way I drink out there, and
It's not like here, right?
It's not. Yo, come back here, have a sip. It's like whoa, like you know what I mean? But out there, you're just pounding it back, shot. Like that's when the shot for me. Here, it's just like I gotta.
I mean, I feel like that's the same way I drink. Like when I drink in Carnival in Trinidad.
Oh, come on, forget about it.
I don't know. I can never do this stuff. Dream Weekend was enough
2
for
to
me.
3 weeks of sleeping maybe 4 hours a day, but like I'm drunk the whole time. But I'm okay. But there's no hangover. I have never in Trinidad. I have gone 5 years to Carnival for 2 to 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Sorry, 3 to 4 weeks of partying. Let's be honest here.
Yeah.
And not get a hangover.
Yeah.
But here, I can go out and I'm like, yeah, it's not great.
The air's different. It's not
great
for me. Not even just Trinidad. Like anywhere in the Caribbean, I drink.
I
and
just
like
been drinking like that.
Yeah.
Like that much. Like
no,
that
yeah.
intensely.
Yeah, it's like I always say. It's like when I touch down in the West Indies, it's like I turn Super Saiyan. It's different. It's like you know what I mean. Like the moon's out. Like I'm back. Like like you know what I mean. Like
Shout out
said Super Saiyan.
Shout out Excitement, one of our regular listeners.
dog, that's Bali.
There's a point where like you stop getting drunk.
The man
Like you're drinking so much. Like I'm like, yo, I can't get drunk to the point where I turn to coffee Patron. Like that's
really?
where we are at.
Much,
Yeah.
man. Like that's
no,
too much.
like I'm drinking
That's
Johnny
too much.
straight.
That's too much.
First I'm drinking Johnny Ginger. I'm like, okay, I'm not okay. Now I'm drunk. Cool.
Only going up this year.
Then I'm drinking Johnny straight.
Way up.
Nothing. Then I had to go to Patron Coffee and Patron to get drunk.
Yeah, that's
Like it was wild.
I remember the first time I was down there for Carnival, taking a shot of punching.
Oh yeah.
And then like
Yeah.
chasing
Yeah.
it with Johnny Walker Black and Ginger.
Man,
Like,
yo,
oh
that's-
God, like
it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Like I need that.
Because like if I just leave it alone,
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
but
No,
yeah,
I feel
it's
you. I
crazy.
feel you.
You guys sound like some fucking alcoholics right now. Goddamn.
Hey,
These other islands. These other islands. I don't know.
this guy,
Honestly-
don't fan me out.
No, honestly,
These other islands. These other
I
islands.
hear you.
Who
I
said
hear
we're gonna
you,
get to
but
the whole Guyana?
go to
yeah.
Trinidad for Carnival. Like
That's what
I
I'm
hear what you're
saying.
saying.
Nah, B.
But if you go to Trinidad for Carnival, my
I'm
good
too old for that. Stuff,
goodness gracious.
I can't do it. I ain't got that kind of energy.
Well, that's unfortunate.
But yeah, I was gonna say excitement, bro. You know those plastic cups that they
man.
give you if you're trying to get a soft drink?
Yeah.
Yo, half. Half. It was like 3/4
Yeah.
of just white rum, yo.
Yeah.
Do you guys not remember Paradise? Did you guys ever go to Paradise?
Come on, don't do that.
Paradise. One rum and coke.
Yo, I'm so mad at you. I moved my Ninja Man, bro. Like, what? Come on. Like, what?
Paradise, 1 rum and coke. This is the cup size.
Yeah.
It's a regular soda cup size, okay? This is the cup size. It is this, and it's rum and coke. You asked for a rum and coke. It's this much Ray and his nephew and a splash of coke.
Paradise deserves a documentary, bro.
Yo, I love Paradise. My
deserves a documentary. Shout out DJ Tyrone.
DJ Tyrone.
Those are legends out here.
No,
legendary stories. If you don't know about Paradise, go
Holy
yo.
smokes.
Do your Googles or something, yo.
Shout out to my Paradise crew. Shout out to my Paradise crew. Astacia, Toya,
let me tell you
Shelly.
something. We'd be in Paradise and the mirrors are sweating.
What?
Bro.
Like just the
Crystal.
full of water,
That's
yo.
just
like full of water.
That's standard. It was standard.
Sure.
Go and sweat out. Everything's good. Oh.
Yeah,
I know, because you're getting thirsty over here.
Yeah, you see, I can't even.
This is what he and I wanted to drink, and you're out here trying to drink these shots, but he and I are about to drink this up.
I wanted a celebratory shot. My bad. Sorry, I apologize.
And I wasn't against that.
Thank you. But this one.
Yeah, I'm part of that too.
To my right.
Shout out Rose again. It's Bel Air, bro. Gotta support the brand.
Mazel tov.
Them ones. Amen. SB, you're still good over there with your... Actually, let me pour yours first. I'm a nice guy. I'm a true friend. Shout out Excitement one more time, actually. Because it's him that has me drinking this stuff regularly, like more times. And I'm only having a little bit.
I don't even think I've ever had Bel Air.
I'm only having a little bit.
1-2 times.
I'm only having a little bit.
Why is it like? What is the significance of the
get
blue?
back to my water.
You already know what the significance of the blue is.
4-1 Rex.
I mean, besides
don't do that.
Besides that, I meant for like that their brand.
Oh, I don't know. Go ask him. I don't know.
Is it flavored?
There's some flavor to it. Yeah.
No, does it taste like flavored?
It tastes like. You can have a little bit once you're done that.
Like a little berry.
A little berry.
Blue, like little. It's not like regular champagne. At least this blue one.
Rose might be watching this. You better change your face.
Like,
bro.
No. You know what?
Buddy.
It's not, no, this is actually, I'm not even playing. I like this.
Okay.
Like this is, if you're looking at it like regular champagne, like nah. And like, I don't, that's the thing. I don't like regular champagne. Like this, but this.
If there's 2 brands I'm trying to sign to right now, it's Bel Air Boys and some Birkenstocks. That's it.
Because it's the second week, and what? So do you have every
Shout
color?
out these Birkies, man. No
Because
searches.
last week it was
You
royal
done know.
blue,
You done
and
know.
now it's this
Only going up this year.
tangerine color.
It's
That's
papaya.
what you're.
It's
Oh,
papaya.
my bad.
Papaya.
I was leaning more towards
It's
cantaloupe.
papaya.
Yeah,
Looks
those are
like
pretty
cantaloupe.
ills. Yeah, those are pretty
Me bad.
I'm feeling
Fucking
those.
light skin
I'm
right
feeling
now.
those.
Super.
Let me, you know,
Super.
bro. I
Did you just shiver?
Yeah, like yo, like this shit, man. Like this guy.
I was sitting on these for a minute, you know. I was sitting on these for a minute. I probably wore them like twice in the summertime, and I'm like, man, it's Birkies all day, yo. Trust me, Birkies don't searchies. Birkenstocks, holla at me,
Trying to get a brand deal.
buddy. I need something these days, bro. It's getting kind of rough out here, man.
Okay, so let's break it down. I'm gonna explain something to you guys so that you guys get everything for free. Girl math. Girl math.
Oh, don't do that.
Okay.
I like how you
Girl
did
math.
that, though. I kind of like how you did that, though.
I mean,
Your
all
thing's
right.
done up still. I like how you did that.
So, all right. So, do you guys know about girl math? Anybody here?
I've seen a one from you said
Nah.
it. I'm like, I've
Negative.
seen a 1-2 video.
Negative.
I put 2 and 2
Yeah.
together.
Okay, so
never said
girl,
anything?
Nah.
girl math is basically how we as women justify spending money.
Mm.
Okay, so for example, if I buy something with cash, it's free. I like how your brow furrowed. It's free. My bank account balance doesn't change. It's free. Period. Okay?
Oh my goodness.
If I buy concert tickets that like I'm going to like a concert in like December and I buy them now, when I go to the concert was free. I already paid for it. It's gone. It's out of my head. It's free.
Yeah, but are you guys?
No, shut up.
This kind of sounds like
So-
me.
So if I buy something if I see something that I want that's on sale, and if I don't buy it, I'm losing money. Because if I was to buy it when it's regular price at a later date, I'm spending more money.
Oh
So
my
I'm losing money
goodness.
if I don't purchase it right now.
Oh my goodness.
I was with you with the other two.
Oh, this is getting scary.
It's getting ridiculous, bro.
Because I feel like there's more layers to this, and every time I hear more, I'm just like, oh wait, this is one package.
I'm telling you, if you guys have any like a female in your life, like this is literally collectively how we think. If I go to buy
You're
something,
being dead ass right now. Like
I swear to you, if I see something and I buy it and I want to buy it and it's like $25 and it's $5 in shipping, so I'm like, but if you spend $40 and shipping's free, then I saved money. I saved
feel like you
$5.
just summed up my entire separation, yo.
It's all painful listening to. Like, goddamn. Like what?
It all just made sense.
Oh,
There's no way you guys can
No.
rationalize.
Are
these
you
things
serious?
Like that. What? Come on.
Stop.
my stomach turned a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, yo.
What?
Stop.
Like what?
I'm telling you.
I'd seen
If
that
I-
one too.
If I buy stuff if I go to get Starbucks and I have money on my Starbucks card, it's free.
All right, yo.
It's literally free.
All right.
That's how it works.
But where'd that money come from? Like
Did my bank account balance change? No, it didn't.
it
That's like
didn't
cash.
when it did though.
It didn't.
How did it not?
Oh,
When
man,
did it
you-
change?
You're putting logic to this right now?
I know, but that's what I'm saying. I guess, right? Like,
All right, go,
you
go.
can-
You do you. Let's hear this.
Listen, so I can
Are you-
justify any purchase.
and that's the thing.
But-
That's
hold
where my
So
stomach
right
turned.
now,
Did
right now,
that-
so I
that
okay,
part
so right now,
there.
I do my nails every 2 to 3 weeks. They're always done, all the time, right? So sometimes, nails can cost, they can be expensive or
Oh
whatever.
Lord.
So let's just say my nails are $80 every 2 weeks. Okay? So that's $160 a month. So if you do 160 divided by 30, right? Because that's 30 days or 31 days in the month, divided by 10, because I have 10 fingers. Okay? It's like less than 4 cents a day. And my nails make me happy. And happiness is priceless. So my nails are free.
I'm starting to question that decision, guys. Like, I don't know if we need Pree's perspective anymore.
Listen, if you guys can understand this, you guys can understand women.
This all just sounds so crazy to
That's
me
what I'm
right now.
saying.
What?
It's logical.
But you're being dead ass right now. I need to ask again. Like, wow.
I can justify any
The
purchase.
thing is that opened my mind up to a lot of these girls out here because it's like now it makes sense.
I'm
'cause,
just saying, like
I know not every woman goes by that, but like
no, we all go by that.
you
I'm not saying to buy for I'm not saying like you just go and spend your whole paycheck. That's all I'm saying. I'm just saying this is the way in our brain we justify purchases.
even that statement.
Like
though
should
seems-
I buy Starbucks every day? No, I shouldn't. Do I have an espresso at home and I love coffee that I make for myself? Yes. But can I justify my Starbucks purchase? Yes, I
You see what
can.
I'm saying? It's that part. That's
Yes,
so
I can.
scary.
Also, I understand this response because I've explained this to like my boyfriend. He's like,
And what do you say?
you're fucked.
Yeah, this is crazy.
But I'm like, yeah, but
He's like,
babes,
you need
does
another
it-
trip to
I'm
Miami.
like, does it make sense? Hey, I mean, also yes,
the summer with Miami.
V, I'm gonna come see you. But yeah,
Hey, shout out Miami though. It's been a minute since I've been over there.
but anyway, so that's that.
So
So I can justify your Birkenstock purchases for you.
shout them out again, yo.
Only going up this year.
Birkies.
Dominican, bro. I should hit you with this instead. So that other trip that you went on, it was Dominican.
That was
So you can get to all of that.
it was fun. It was fun. That was my first trip. The first trip with the wife, to be
What's
honest.
going on? Why you don't? Why you moving? You don't need to be that close to your face, bro. What's up?
Because it keeps swinging, dog. And anyways,
It had to do some moving around. So
Did you
Yeah.
feel any? So I've been to Dominican like 3 times.
my first time there,
Where in Dominican?
Punta Cana.
All right.
Did you feel any type of like racism or anything like that?
I didn't. I know it's out there. But I guess I mean, I'm on a resort. You never know. Like, at the end of the day, they're just doing their work, customer service.
Sorry, when
Hold on, hold on.
when I say racism,
yeah.
when I say sorry, let me take that back. Not racism, colorism.
Yeah,
say that.
no, yeah. That, it's funny when you said
different.
that. That's what
Sorry.
I related
That's
to.
what I meant. I didn't mean racism because I didn't feel like any of that.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
colorism, yes, I did feel quite
Really?
a few. Well, I mean, because what they would call like the friends I went with that are like just a darker skin tone than me. They thought I was Dominican.
Yeah.
So like that's what I got.
Yeah,
But,
yeah.
like my friends that went there, like they felt that. Like that's the only reason I'm asking you. I didn't personally feel it. They were just darker skin tones and they were called like I don't think to them. I don't think to the Dominicans that's what they were trying to do. Like that's just what they say.
I know.
Right?
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that's
yeah.
just like what like how they like talk.
Yeah.
I don't think it was like, oh, you're this and that's why I'm calling you this. I just think this is the way they speak.
That's
Did you feel that's what I'm asking?
No, I didn't. Surprisingly, I didn't. No, I shouldn't say surprisingly. I didn't go
hear it.
I didn't go down there with like on edge, like
also
wondering.
I love the Dominican Republic and I would like to go back.
Yeah, no, we had a great time.
See, that's what I mean by my sense of humor is messed up, right?
Like,
when he
FYI.
goes, surprisingly, I didn't.
No.
Like they would basically like the terms they would use is like, hey, black girl. Like in their language.
Yeah,
but that's what they're saying.
No, I never. Hey, and I might have been ignorant to it, but like I know if they'd be like
their term,
hey, El Negro or something.
Yeah,
like you know what I mean. Like if that flew out, I would have been like, you know what I mean.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's the term. That they use.
I know, and I never heard it. I don't know if it was said and I was just oblivious, but like if I heard it, I know I would like I'd raise an eyebrow, I'd be like, yo, what's up?
But they didn't like. So my friend, like that's what they would say. This is like this was my first time there, so probably like 2015.
Yeah.
And like that's what they were calling her.
Yeah.
And so she felt really offended by it.
Yeah.
So like I would be like, hey, blah, blah, blah. And they are like, they don't understand because they're not saying it in a derogatory way or like a negative way. But I guess that's with a lot of things, though, right?
Like, that's so big within the culture. Like it's so.
But
like,
even if you say like I don't say the N-word. Like
Yeah.
I've never said it. I won't rap it.
Yeah,
I don't say it ever.
We've had
Right?
that conversation on here.
So like, and I mean, from like back in the, like I rap a lot of songs, right? Like I used to call me lyric, blah, 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 whatever.
Yeah.
But like that's a word that I won't say ever.
Rap.
Rap. I quote lyrics a lot, but like, you know what I mean? Like that's something that I will never say. So even though that I could be passing, right? But like, that's just something that I like just have never done, won't do, or whatever the case may be. So like for her, when she was there and they would say that, I'm like, hey, this person feels this way, whatever. And they're like, oh, I don't mean it that way.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, I get what they're saying, but it's also like if a person that is not black says that word and they're like, oh, well, I don't mean it that way. I'm just rapping a song lyric or whatever, right? Like it's the same, like I guess like, context. But for me personally, I'm like, I don't care in what way it's said. Like for me, I won't ever, that word doesn't leave my mouth.
Hold on. So a Dominican person can't say that word? Is that what we're...
No, Dominican people are black. They can say it.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm kind of confused.
Sorry, I'm saying like, did he ever get like, hey, like they say like, hey, black guy.
But like when you say, yo, if they had said this, I would have given them the eyebrow, right?
Yeah.
But like, why would you give them the eyebrow?
Because it's not
I gotta give them the eyebrow if they're
it's
like...
not the racism, it's the colorism. Because to a degree, they don't necessarily mean it that way.
They don't,
but it's still it's all instilled within that though, because there's a like with throughout Latino countries or like South American countries, Central American countries. And I'm not saying all, but like
I think the world.
Well,
let's just say
that
the
part,
world.
that part.
Because
we
we have it in India.
Everyone has it.
Oh yeah,
we have it in India.
Yeah,
it's how, like I'm ugly to Indians.
Yeah.
I don't even want to say respectively, but like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not like his skin tone is great.
Yeah.
Mine is not.
I know.
So like, I would say overall,
You don't see those girls in Hong Kong? It's not raining, man.
I know, man.
They got
Oh,
the
man.
umbrellas
Even
up.
here, though. Even here.
Oh, yeah, for
I haven't
sure.
seen it as much here.
Oh, it's out here. What?
Man, I couldn't
Oh,
go
yeah.
outside until 6 p.m. with long sleeves when I was younger.
Go downtown, you'll see them.
Yeah.
So,
With the umbrellas?
Oh, yeah.
everywhere.
Yeah.
I wish I saw that.
Everywhere.
That'd be a great
Yeah, you can
conversation.
tell the difference.
I heard it.
Well.
Sorry, Dominican. How was that?
I'm telling you,
My bad.
exactly where I was going with that.
I
My
apologize.
ding dong ass hit both buttons at the same time, but that's exactly where I was going.
Yeah, no, it was different because it's the first trip, as a father. So
Ooh.
Talk
Yeah.
about it. You know?
that
Talk about it.
the freedom that you used to wasn't there. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you had to shut it down at 7. And because 7, 8 o'clock, put them down for a nap. There's only so much you could do. Yeah, you're getting drinks, you're getting food or whatever, but you can't like paint the town.
Was
You
it
can't.
like a family friend, or did they have like a? I don't know. I don't have kids, so like. Okay.
I don't even know if they had a babysitting thing. I wouldn't like.
Maybe
me
because they're so
personally-
young.
Yeah, that's
right?
why.
Like that's different. If they were like 5, I don't know. I don't know why I'm saying an age, but
I know, because I guess like to some degree at the end of the day, there's only so much.
they're
you
your
can do.
kids, and like you're not gonna leave them,
Yeah.
or not want to leave them with strangers.
Yeah, no, not me. Some people might be comfortable, not me. But
Is this your first trip? Obviously, it's your first trip as a family, but
Yeah.
is this your first trip with your partner too?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So you know
That is what I want to know. How
Yeah.
did that
So,
go?
How
That's-
was?
I mean, so for me,
No, I think it's.
you know,
Isn't it important?
some of those can go
I'm waiting for it, waiting for it.
sometime, bro.
it's funny because they make it such a
Some
big
of
What
those
is the issue right now?
I don't know.
There's
I'm
absolutely
gonna
no
say
issue.
Super
There isn't.
fucking
No,
confused.
no. It's because it's his first time away with his partner.
Yeah,
So I'm like,
that's.
what I'm saying is like sometimes those can go away.
I
Like,
hear what you're
Why?
saying.
Do you have a story about
oh, I
that?
got plenty of those.
No,
Do you?
He's got plenty of questions.
Do
bro.
you? Let's. I want to go around this table. Let's start. Okay, go ahead.
That's a
Whoa,
big deal.
have you ever been away with a partner?
Yes,
Okay.
but I mean yes, but no. I mean I have,
Whoa,
but
whoa. No,
what?
that-
Nah.
It was
It sounds
Carnival.
like you have something to talk about.
it wasn't great. But it was Carnival.
You see it though.
Oh,
no,
you
but
see it though.
no, it's because
really?
Yo, a lot of man
no,
not
no,
getting
no,
no
no,
pum
no,
pum
no, no.
tonight. Like you
No.
know those ones?
What
Yo, it
is that?
happens, yo. It's rough
No.
for you. You think you're on vacation getting nothing but pussy all day? Yo,
no, that happened, but that's not the
nuts.
case.
You know those
Yo,
ones?
people you travel with will make or break that trip.
No,
Bro,
I
yo,
also
something can happen and yo, like, yo.
I also traveled with a narcissistic compulsive liar.
Oh, them ones.
So like that's different.
Yeah, can we talk about this next episode, please? Because I got so many questions about
There's
this.
a lot.
We're
Yes.
digressing too much. We're
Yes.
digressing too much.
Yes,
We're
we
digressing way too.
Oh, wow.
You're
And
gonna
no-
be
and
here.
no-
You're not
and
going
nothing
nowhere.
Is off, nothing is off limits.
You're not
No.
going anywhere.
'Cause
You're
I'll
gonna be
expose
here.
that fucking pussy.
You're
Anyways, go ahead.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Play? Nah. You know what you need to play? You know what you
just
need to play?
sprayed the block.
You know what
Pree
you-
just sprayed the entire block. Yo,
Yo, just
you
in
can't
case.
fire shots too early.
You know that. Just in case.
You can't fire the shots too early.
You know what you need to play? Scammer them dea. That's over and over and over and over again.
Yeah.
Gaping pussy hole. Let's go. Yeah. Yeah.
Make way.
Yeah.
Yo, them ones, yo.
Fuck.
Yo. Oh, no, we're bleeping that out. Yo, listen, we're bleeping that guy's name out.
All day, baby.
Yo, just in case you don't know, listen, she's from the ends, yo. So the man them have to back it up regardless.
Oh my god. That's
Pull
what I
up.
keep pressing buttons.
You can pull up. My man has my back. We're good. Go ahead. I'm
Baby,
good.
I like it raw.
All day. Let's go. Anyways, Hadouken. Let's go back to Dominican.
Who's got the board game like SUP? Oh man.
Oh man, when this episode's dropped.
Yo, this guy's sick.
He posted quite a bit.
Yo, this guy is sick.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my
Yeah, as much as I love the viewers, I swear to God, sometimes I go back and watch this shit and I just laugh. I just fucking sit there laughing. Like, that was for my future me. You having a bad day, bro? Don't worry, I got you. Got you, SB. Time traveling. Fuck.
Oh my god.
Oh shit.
Oh my goodness, yo.
Oh,
I hate when these moments happen sometimes because now I feel like I need a break, yo.
No, let him speak though. Still, so how was it with the partner?
How do we go? Oh,
Hit
man.
the Hadouken button.
Basically.
Please talk for like 5 minutes straight. tell whatever story you want to tell. Like, please just talk for 5 minutes. Yo.
How?
Oh man.
Oh man.
All right, let's layer it in. How are they on the flight? How are the kids on the flight?
Oh man. Don't even.
Yeah,
Wait, no,
yeah.
we were talking
You know
about the part. Okay, yeah.
Did anyone else look at you sideways? Is that still a thing anymore?
Sorry, how
Yes, it's always
old
been a
were
thing.
they when you guys went? How old are they?
15 months.
Okay, so was a flight.
Like a Dominican guy's looking at you like,
Nah. No, honestly, Dominican was cool.
Funny.
Dominican was cool. No, they were cool down there. They
So
treated
sorry.
me real good down there.
And so, how was the first trip with the wife?
No, that was fine. You see, you know how they say like the person you go with on your trip make or break a trip.
100%. Because you can't go nowhere else. That's the thing, right?
That's only a thing if you don't live together. Like we've been living
No,
together. You know what
I
I'm
don't.
saying?
I don't think that's a thing. So this is the thing. Even if you live together, right?
Yeah.
So like, let's say we live together, and then like we have a fight.
Yeah.
You go to work. You go to you could talk to your friends. Like you could whatever.
Yeah, I guess.
When you're there, there's nowhere to go. Like you can go to the pool or whatever, but there's nowhere to go.
back. Exactly.
There's no one
I
to go
guess.
to, right?
Yes.
You're gonna spend all
That's-
day outside.
yeah, see that kind of shit is whack to me. Like, yo, if you're on a trip and you guys can't communicate to fucking get over your little whatever it is.
No, I agree.
Ugh.
I agree
Like-
with you for sure. But I'm
Yeah.
saying like, when you're home,
Yeah.
and you guys live together,
You get
and you
that
guys
break.
have a fight, you can call your friend, or you
Yeah,
can
I
pull up
gotcha.
with your homie and like
Yeah.
chop it up and like vent or whatever.
Yeah.
And when you're there and you have a fight, like there's no one else to turn to, so you have to solve it in this X amount of time frame. You can't just be like, oh, I want a week, I can't talk, or blah 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 blah. Like
Yeah,
you gotta
man.
you gotta deal with it.
Oh man.
And that's where communication, comprehension,
Yes, okay.
all that
All
shit
yeah,
comes
yeah.
with.
In that
So that's
regard-
why.
In that regard, it was just another day. To be honest, like it
good.
didn't feel like no.
That is a
Yeah.
telltale sign that
Yeah.
that's longevity for
Yeah.
you, right?
Yeah, I love how we like keep asking them questions and then we just fucking go, let us talk. Let us talk. We got something to say. You got the
Yeah.
trip. We got stories. Man, shout out Nessa.
Yeah. Brett, what up?
Oh man.
Yeah.
Okay. Though.
Yeah, I know. Like, yo,
Wait,
deep
do
breath,
you,
yo.
do you guys have fun? Do you have stories of trips with partners that were crazy?
That were crazy.
That weren't the greatest? I don't know. Justin's trip was butterflies and unicorn
I would say that, but
rainbows.
it wasn't like this is another day in the life. Highs, lows, like you know what I mean.
But I'm saying like that was
It didn't reveal anything like God damn, like I gotta run,
I
like
can't,
it wasn't
right,
like
right,
that.
right, right.
I've been away a few
Mine
times.
sure did, but
I've been away a few times with a partner. I can't say that I had any bad ones up until it wasn't even that bad, but there was. I don't even know what at this point you don't even remember what the arguments were about.
Mm.
You know what I mean? But
yeah.
we were together for like 2 weeks. I'd gone to Brazil in 2015.
sorry, what?
Yeah, I went to Brazil in 2015. So we're gone for we went to like 4 different cities.
Oh, you guys were together on the trip for 2
Yeah.
weeks. I thought you meant you guys were together for 2 weeks and then decided to go away.
No. We went away for 2 weeks. So it's not like a 5-day, 7-day. You can probably
Yeah.
just thug it out. Like this is an extra day.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
within
yeah,
the
yeah.
14 days, I
And?
feel like we probably argued at one point for like 2 days, maybe. Honestly, I don't even keep these things on my mind like that. But I just know there was a point while there that there was some sort of the energy and good right now.
I mean, I feel like you're two people coming together, staying together for that amount of time. That
basically.
What about you?
Oh, I got both. I got good times and bad times.
Tell the bad times.
Yeah, I guess we should talk about some of the good times too.
Yeah,
I guess
wanna
we
hear
should
the
talk about
bad
some of the good
times right
times.
now.
You want to hear the bad times?
No, I just want to hear
Oh.
the trials and tribulations and how you got over them.
I got a Cuba story.
A Cuba. Oh, I got a crazy Cuba story that I'll tell off here.
Off air. That's what he said. Shout out our Patreon watchers.
We're gonna have to do something about that.
Subscribe.
We have to do something about that.
$4.99 a month.
Oh shit!
It's
Yeah,
coming.
I don't even
It's
want to.
coming.
It's
coming.
coming. No, it's definitely coming. It's already here.
Continue.
Did it manifest?
Yeah.
Expect
I don't even want to share the nasty ones. I'll share the good one for a change.
Nasty. Oh,
Yeah, it's just like it's the same. Like there's just a lot of like everything that I just said that shouldn't be was a part of it. So I don't really want to just keep talking about that energy. But I'll share a good one that was dope. Barcelona was a dope one
Hey.
because
Only going up this year.
just did everything. Like maybe because it was my
I
my
should have gave you
birthday.
this one instead. Barcelona.
Yeah,
Them
yeah.
ones, eh?
Yeah, Barcelona was dope.
SB's a bad boy. Eh? Remember I told you that. SB's a bad boy.
Rented like those bicycles. This is before like it's a thing in Toronto now. Just rode around
Yeah.
the whole freaking city. Like just really took in the whole thing. Their beers are amazing out there. Like I don't care necessarily to just get drunk. I like the taste of beer.
Have you gone to Beer Fest ever?
Yeah, I've killed that from time. I don't go anymore. Like I
I've
did
been
that
going
like a couple of
since
years.
2009, so I just
Yeah, like when it like I don't know since I was 19, 20, like I did it a few years in a row. But then it's the same thing over and over again. They don't bring in enough of the new stuff that they want to.
they used to, but they stopped probably like 3 years, 4 years ago.
Pandemic.
I would
No,
say
prior.
I would say
Automatic 3 years. Whenever you start calculating time in years,
No,
pandemic.
I'm
this
not
is way
including.
before that.
I'm not
Number up 3
including
years.
pandemic in that. Like
Exactly.
I've been going since 2009, so
I used to have a blast out there. Asahi, I had Asahi out there for the first time,
Mm.
and then it became a thing. But yeah, the Barcelona beers. So like how we have our regular craft beers and stuff like that. Estrella, whoever hasn't had that amazing beer, they have that here now. But they have some local pubs with their local stuff, and everything just tastes so good, man. Live music, it was just a good vibe overall. Like just really taking it all in. That church or whatever it is that they got being built for like 200, 300 years.
mhm.
That was dope. But just it was good times. It was good times.
Nice.
Yeah.
Damn it! I
Now
feel
for
like I
the
have something to
shitty
ask
part in the
you,
plan.
though,
Mm.
about Dominican, but I could tell I went to Cuba. Cuba was the first time. Cuba was the first time I got on a plane and went away. Like I had done a couple 1-2 cross the border type joints with a partner, but do those count?
Yeah, why
Those
not?
Yeah,
I would
think so.
I would.
They count if you want them to count.
No, they count. You're going away. And
How
there's
long?
no
Like
one
how
else.
long?
Cross
Like
the
a
border
weekend?
joint?
No,
Yeah.
like even a
Couple days,
weekend.
4
They,
days,
no,
yeah,
they
2 days,
count.
4
They
days,
count.
yeah. 2 days, 4 days.
That's
but
a trip. Period.
But this is when I was like 19, 20,
I've never
21.
even-
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
think
yeah.
I've done that once.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, to
Nah,
New
I was
York.
outside.
I've done the New York ones too.
But I haven't been in a lot of relationships. I've been in, this is my third
I think the
relationship.
New York one was dope too. Still.
So what? You can only go away with your partner. You can't go away with a thing.
I haven't.
But is that a thing that you would never go away with a thing? It has to be your partner.
Nah, if someone asked me to go, I'm going. I've gone away with friends. Like
Yeah, but we're not
friends that
talking
are
about
my
friends. We're talking about
No.
a man.
Yeah,
a man
I've
that you're
got
talking to that's
No.
not your boyfriend. I'm not talking about now. Shut out your boyfriend.
sir,
But-
always shout him
yeah.
out. But that's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that I've gone away with men,
Mm-hmm.
just me and a man. He's not my man.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah,
He's not my ting. He's my friend. I've gone away with friends who then I find out don't want to be my friend.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because
Yeah, but not,
that's
not,
where it's going.
that's on the
Yeah.
pretense.
That's where it's going, no?
No,
Yeah.
that's on the pretense I went on.
Like you sound like that came as a surprise.
It was.
That's that girl math. That's that girl math bullshit. That's that girl math.
I don't have to pay for this trip. This trip is
I would
paid
like-
for.
You can do the math on that. Like you can do the math on that. You couldn't do the math on that. What are you talking about? Mind you. Females have told me that I sort of missed the cues. It's like, yo, but what totally could have happened. And I'm like, yeah, right. I didn't think so, but hey, man, I don't know. But more times, if you're going on the road, man, it's like, that's what we're doing, no? Like, we're doing it on the bed. We're doing it in the shower. We're doing it at the door. What?
Oh, they didn't have
But
two beds.
why?
They didn't have a double. Sorry.
But why?
But why what?
No, what I'm saying is that I'm not. Okay, so let's break it down here.
Yeah, let's break it down.
All right, let's break it down. So if there's never been any sort of interaction ever,
That would suggest that?
ever,
Yes, but why are you guys
Okay.
picking up to go somewhere in the first place then?
I'm not. Do you want to hear the fucking story, sir?
Well, there's got to be a first before.
There's
Another one.
Go on.
Can you guys tell I'm in a room full of men? Anyone? Does anyone hear this? A room full of fucking men.
We needed some female. We needed some female energy, bro. We've been dying for it.
All right, yo.
Nah, but go on. Explain it.
So, one day, I was walking my dog, and I saw my friend, who also has a dog. They were playing whatever, and he was like, "Hey, I'm going to Jamaica like in 2 weeks," and I was like, "Oh, that's cool."
You thought you were going to Jamaica. And
Oh wait,
you weren't going to have to run it, yo? What?
do you know me? Do you know me? Do you know me? Run what? Do you know me? You don't. Clearly,
Jamaica,
you don't.
bro?
You don't.
Yo, you thought you were going to Jamaica for free, though?
Bitch, I did. Bitch, I did. I did.
Yeah, but like...
I did.
All right, yo.
I did.
No, but the mere fact that you thought, like... in your
No.
head
What I
that we're just
thought
going-
was.
Yo,
was
even
correct.
Lucy knew you're not going for free.
Like, I understand.
You guys,
that-
I don't
know.
think you guys I think you guys think that all women. Anyways, I'm gonna tell you guys a story, and it is what it is at that point.
No, it's not
You
that we
guys
think
don't-
all. We're not
No,
saying
you
that all.
got-
We
but
think
you-
all women
but-
are like that. We're just saying most guys are like that.
and that's fine.
Yeah.
But what you guys are saying is, anyways, I'm gonna leave that there. Anyways, the conversation was just like, oh yeah, I'm going to Jamaica. I was like, oh, that's dope. I would love to go to Jamaica, but whatever. That's awesome. Oh, do you want to come? Because I'm going solo. I'm like, nah, I can't come. Not paying for it.
Yo,
I'm not coming.
where is this guy now?
No, let her finish.
I know.
She's got that look. She's gonna punch you.
So, anyways,
This guy's a bum.
You shot a shot. What you
guys,
mad?
Steve?
absolutely fucking not.
It ain't tricking.
Nah, he's just like he's a
All right,
bodybuilder. But anyways, and then
Yeah,
after
yeah.
he was like, yeah.
Only going up this year.
So then he was like, yo, do you want to come? And I was like, not paying to come, so like no. And then he's like, oh, I'm single occupancy, double occupancy is not big difference. Like, do you want to come? I was like, oh yeah, sure, no problem. And then I went, and the difference is that everywhere we went, number one, everybody thought he was my bodybuilder. Like, he didn't make there was no play. There was no like, oh, let me this, that, whatever. And he's an introvert. So like didn't make friends, nothing like that. I partied with people from New York the whole entire time. So no, he didn't think he was getting it. He didn't try to get it until like at the end when I was like, oh, you like me? I didn't know that. Cool.
Okay, so at the end, right? Is there like a lot of like alcohol involved?
He got very drunk and I had to carry him, which was not possible. I had to like help him back to like the hotel room. And I'm just like, yeah, you're not, I don't know what's
It's a
wrong
weak
with
play.
you.
Yeah, that's a weak play.
Shout him out. You can probably find him drunk at some bar in Street.
You say street?
Yeah.
Why'd you say that? Why'd you say that?
They know.
Yeah, I know too, but that's not the case.
All right, yo.
My goodness.
Whatever. We'll just take that out. Or not.
Shout out Ochi. Shout out Crystals. Great strip
See,
club.
but now he's gonna be mad at
Great
me.
strip club. Who cares? I
Now
don't
we
talk to him
definitely-
anymore.
Oh, but you shouting him out?
No, I said shout out Ochi. Ocho Rios.
Oh, I thought you
Shout out
John was, I thought you were
Crystals.
shouting him out.
Shout out Crystals, which is a strip club in Ocho Rios, which was great. Had a great time. Had a ball.
Well, shout him out again if we don't know his name. Whatever.
I don't talk to him anymore. So no.
SB, you look like you're over there percolating, yo. What's up?
Nah, I was just thinking about like how you didn't think that he would want to like
Run it.
But now I get it. Now I get it.
I really didn't.
Yeah, not
To be honest with you, like I
had to
really
wait till the
didn't.
last day. He's drunk.
It wasn't
That's rough.
to be honest, it wasn't the last day, but it was like in the middle. But I was like, this is not a thing.
So was
Here,
the
I'll throw
trip
you a
awkward
bone.
after?
I'll throw you a bone.
No,
right?
he was after he was. No, he tried like he said what he wanted to say.
Oh, he said something.
Like, you know what I mean? And I'm like, what is that? Like, what's happening here?
Yeah.
And he's like, oh no. He's like, I just always liked you. And I was like, oh, why didn't you say something? We lived in the same building for like 3 years at that time. And I was like, why didn't you say something?
Did he have a shot if he said something before? No. Okay. So you're just teasing him at this point. Why did you say something before? I would have rejected you 3 years ago. Ah.
No, I'm not teasing him because I don't tease anybody. Because I don't think
horrible.
leading on anybody I think that's the worst thing you can do. Because I've been led on before and it's not a nice feeling. So I wouldn't do that. So I've always just been like, we've been friends and I thought we were friends. And he was like, oh, it was an extra like $170 or something like that. And he like US.
To what you're saying though, you could lead someone on without even knowing that you're leading them on. But what I was gonna say is to throw you a bone, like
I don't need a bone.
No, but just like to not
Pause.
put us all in like a
Somewhere in there's a pause.
Why? It's to a girl.
Why?
Yeah,
It's
pause.
just- yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Sure.
What I was gonna say is, I'm capable of platonic relationships. Like I'm able to have a friend. Like I actually have a lot of girls where like
I have a lot of male friends that are very platonic.
So to clarify, I'm not a dirtbag. Like we're joking around with you, but there's tons of relationships where it's like, I'm not trying to get nothing, and like they're good looking or whatever, or they have. Like I'm just saying, we're not always after it.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is why I didn't.
But 99% of the time.
but I was gonna ask you: are you paying for a flight to go take some girl to Jamaica and then not expect like, yo, at some point this is what we're doing?
Yeah.
You're just gonna take one of your brethrens just like that?
No, I don't think it'd work like that.
No.
Yeah, like
I'm a great wing woman, and that's what. Also, that's what I was saying. I'm like, oh my god, you're going to Jamaica, you're going solo. Yo, I'm the best wing woman. Like this is what I was saying before we went. So like that shows that like, yo, I'm not about that. Like I don't want that. I'm a great like any girl you want. Tell me.
Well, not to mention
I
that
will
you're
rope her
partnering up
for
with a whole
you.
bunch of other people. So,
But every
And
second
I
I
had
have
a
some, I
great-
ain't got no girl for you. Nah, I ain't got no girl for
Great
you.
time. Who for who?
You, me. Every time I ask you for like, yo, Pree, you can't let me with something like, nah, I ain't got no.
Because I don't like
Nah.
you.
All right, yo.
that's so mean.
Yeah, tell me about it, eh? Hey, man, like I said, it's not too late, yo.
Yeah, you got to get on your. Oh, I fucked up all that.
Anyways, I think
Sorry, hold on. Nah. Okay, let's really talk about it. Are you ready?
That's what we're doing right now.
Yeah, well,
well,
bro,
you called it
keep,
out.
no, you keep wanting to
I
bring
was supposed
this
to talk
up.
about Guyana.
Shut up,
Major
man.
Heights comments.
Shut up.
Like,
Oh, I love
just talking about islands.
Talking about
The T ain't
Yeah,
there.
yeah. I know what you mean.
The T's not in Guyana.
What's up, man?
Yeah, let's
So-
talk about it. So
All
you're
right,
no,
we're
let's
talking about
talk about it.
islands. I was like, keep it right
Shut
here.
up. We're not
What's
talking
up?
about islands
All right,
anymore.
all right, all right.
Yeah.
So
We're on
are
the
you ready?
mainland.
Are you ready for a relationship? Because I can definitely alley-oop something, but are you ready? Because I don't know if you are.
I'm not. I'm really not. If I'm being
Exactly.
honest, I can't be.
So what do you want? You want a fuck buddy? You want just
no,
fun?
listen,
Like, what is it that you are
no,
looking for?
what it is it's hard for me to say yes. I'm going to like fit somebody into my schedule because you and I have had conversation. I've even shared this. Like, I'm very intentional when it comes to my time at this point, and there's pockets, like there's windows of time that I can provide my time to a female.
But don't you think?
But that female has to be willing to just be willing to understand and accept that, like, yo, it's gonna be every Tuesday between such and such, every Thursday between such, like whatever it is. You know what I mean?
Okay, first
But
of all,
it sounds selfish,
first of all,
I would
that
think,
sounds
but-
like you're married.
bro.
That's what that sounds like. So first of all, even
I ain't never
if
been
that's the
married.
case, bro, I'm just talking about. It sounds like you're in a relationship when you're like, I can only see you Tuesdays and Thursdays from 5 to 8. Like
It's not
that sounds
different.
insane.
It's not that bad.
Exactly. So don't preface it like that because then that turns off women. That's
So
what I'm trying to show you. What you're supposed to do is be like, hey, these are my passions in life. This is what I have.
Yo, what are your passions in life?
These-
What are your passions in life? Let's
But
hear your passions.
let me tell you something. These women aren't willing to have those conversations.
These women.
I mean, the ones that I'm
Reel
that
it
are
all
like,
the fucking way back. It's the you're talking to girls. Then you're talking to girls. You're not talking to women.
wow, Pree is really on here to
Yo,
call
hit
me
that
out.
pre button.
Yo, go get at this guy. Get at this guy for a little bit. Get at somebody else.
Keep
bro.
it in this pocket right now. We're good. We're good. Yeah. You're the one
We're
asking
on
for
cruise
girls
control
right now.
right now.
She's putting you in check right now. So you're checking girls.
But you asked for it.
How so?
You just asked, yo, so you don't have nothing to
Yo,
make
let
me
me
out
tell-
with?
but
Yeah, shut up.
You're also only speaking from your female perspective, yo. Like
We're not
trust me,
editing
You
this.
don't know what
No.
Oh,
we
I'm
listen.
not.
Whoa. Remember this footage
I'm
of
talking-
her. Remember this footage of her last year when it was just you, me, and her, and she was on here on some. The dating pool right now is full of piss and shit.
One-
Remember that
I'm-
stuff?
I'm not
All
saying it
yo,
has
I'm
to
just
be.
going through the pool, I guess. I don't
I'm-
know what to call it. Like
I'm not
I
saying.
know.
That was a good
It's not,
say.
listen. Whoa. I'm in no way suggesting that it's that bad. All right, yo. Man,
That was a great button.
we're gonna have to
you
start turning these
pressed.
cameras on. This
It's
is
amazing.
This is getting on a head. This is
But
getting
no,
way
I'm
too out of hand.
not. Listen, I'm not saying the dating pool still isn't full of piss and shit. It is. That's not what I'm saying.
Okay.
Okay. I was just lucky to end up with a friend that I've known for a million years. Right? So that's different. That's not what I'm saying.
But
But
I
what
feel
I'm
like that's
saying-
almost the direction that I would. I don't know.
But what I'm saying to you is that if you are entertaining women that are not understanding the schedule that you have in terms of like your children that are very important, you're a very active father. A lot of women that date date men with children. Me, for example, I've dated a lot of men that have children, and they are, they get their kids maybe every other weekend. So like their time is free. Like I can see them whenever. It's never an issue with like their children being involved or whatever. With my partner now, like he's very involved. Like he sees his kids every day. Mm-hmm. So like that's very different. So for you, I'm saying like you're very involved with your kids, and I'm like, and you have a lot of passions and your work and all this stuff. But what I'm saying to you is do not limit, like, hey, woman, I can see you on Tuesdays from 2 to 8.
It's not
and
that
but I'm saying like the way that you say it and the way that you
I don't say it
preface
to
it,
them. I've never said it to anybody like that.
the way that you preface it is not a way that is like, hey, I like you. I have like, I want to like explore what this could be, and I'm willing to put the time in.
But
The time doesn't mean you don't have to compromise your life.
But to the same extent, though, I remember you saying earlier in the show, you're like leading someone on is
Please
like
let
one of
this
the
be good.
worst things you can do.
100%.
Right? So
Wait,
that's the
say that
whole
again?
point.
But say-
leading someone on could be the worst thing that you can do.
100%. Or
so
falling.
off the rip,
or
it's like, listen, I ain't
Right,
trying to waste
say
your time.
it.
We're all adults.
Yeah, but at the same time, I'm still
but
figuring these
if
things
you
out
say-
for myself. Though.
But
Right,
if you
so-
say, hey, I like you and I want to get to know you,
These girls
I'm
don't wanna
gonna
hear
try
none
to
of that
make
shit,
time
yo.
for you.
They
That's
don't wanna hear
it.
Nothing like that. They don't.
bro.
wanna
But
hear
are
nothing
you?
like that.
But are you? But
Yo.
it
how do you
depends
start
on
liking?
the way.
But how do you start liking somebody without even like really knowing who they are?
What do you mean?
Like there's
You
a
wanna
phase
get-
before the
Okay,
liking
so
phase.
when you first initially meet somebody,
yeah.
you know whether or not you want to get to know them more or not, or you don't. That's it. You meet someone, you're like, hey, I'm intrigued or I'm not intrigued.
Mm.
So if I'm intrigued, okay, let me put a little bit of effort in it, meaning like, hey, do you want to go on a date or whatever the case may be? Then as you continue to start talking to them, you see like whether or not you want to put your time into them or not. And if you have, everybody's busy. Everybody has a life. I have like 4 jobs, right? Like I have a life. I have all of these things, but I will make time for the things that I want to make time for, period.
Yep.
No one is too busy to call. No one is too busy to text. No one is too busy. I don't care what you do. You're not too busy. You shit, you piss. You can text, you can message, you can call, you can FaceTime, you can do all the things. So if you want to tell somebody off the rip, hey, I have no time for you, I'll try to fit you into my schedule or whatever. What is that gonna make the other, like the other person feel? It's gonna feel like you don't give a shit or care or want to get to know somebody on a deeper level.
Hey, man.
So what's the point?
Shout out all my Libras who understand. Shout out every single last one of my Libras who understand. I have nothing else to say to that topic. But it's what time it is, man. And another one of those logos in there is the Zodiac. This guy's
Bull
Zodiac.
gang.
Because that's another one of those heavy topics that we, like, yo, this guy, you want to delve into that type of Zodiac conversation? That's all face.
Do you have the Bel Air?
Ooh, now you're trying to turn up, eh?
No, I just want to drown you out with your Libra bullshit.
Listen, and if there's one thing, I promise you.
Are you a Libra?
No, she's a Gemini.
Oh, okay.
Jammy.
And if there's one thing people have heard me say multiple times on this, going back to the beginning, is like, yo, if she's a Gemini, like, let me know. Because that's up there. It's Leo, Gemini, and Aquarius for me. But I've never, ever talked to a Gemini. And that's every time. I'm like, yo, send a Gemini my way and let me see what this is about. But what were you going to say? You just wanted the Bel Air and that's it?
Yep.
So what are we doing? Guyana? You guys want to talk about this major hype Guyana?
Yo, so how was your trip?
Was great. Well,
We'll get to the whole Guyana thing after the break. We'll take one last quick break and we'll be back with some more SUP.
This episode is brought to you by Body Ammo. More than a look, it's a lifestyle. Pick up some body ammo to protect your mind, body, and soul. Now, back to some more of SUP.
So why'd you wear that jersey?
I've been wanting to wear it for a minute. Like, it's whatever. It is what it is. There's no real reason why I wore it, to be honest with you.
Yeah, the man are saying that's the new sickest track on the road right now. That Shaq and Kobe,
Yeah.
Rosie and Meek Millie. But
From a young G.
damn it, wrong one. We'll edit that out.
Hadouken!
The Guyana. Apparently, you bring it in.
No, it's funny because it's an old debate, but it's not even a debate. I mean, West Indies, Caribbean countries always talk about, back and forth. Currently, right now, Major Hype's getting flack for saying that Guyana is not part of the Caribbean. And he had a tour out in Belize, and that got canceled because apparently the people in Belize feel a way too. Because
Yeah, right.
yeah,
They canceled it for that?
they there was an uproar. There was
Oh, because what? I guess
Because they're
Belize is
Central America.
Belize is another one of those ones that's questionable. Like,
yeah,
right? So
and
they
then
would
they're
automatically
like,
count
if you
the
could
time,
say that
right?
about Guyana, you could say that about Belize. But like
that's a bit too much, I think.
it's funny because I didn't know it was gonna get that serious, but there's one lady put out a tweet, one lady from Belize, she pretty much said just that. Like, we're from Central America, but like we're the only English speaking country in Central America. We listen to more dancehall and soca than anything else. But you're gonna look at us like we're not part of the Caribbean. Like, you're not, like, we are, like they're pretty much like, And the funny thing is, for me, it's like Major Hype didn't say anything that was infactual. Like, at the end of the day, like, Guyana's not part of the Caribbean. It's just not. You know what I mean? But it's like, what he said is that, we accept you. Like, he legit said we accept you into the Caribbean. And it's like, when you say it like that, then it's like you're trying to give like a blight, like, we accept you. Like, you're that weird cousin that, like, you know what I mean? Because you're a cousin, we accept you. But, like, that's the thing that pissed them off the most. That's where the offense lies. Because it's like, what do you mean you accept us? Everyone said that, we accept you. You're going to look at them like, what do you mean you accept me?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I mean? So I guess that's where the disrespect is. But at the end of the day, it's geography. It's plain geography.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But it's like the culture, like.
That's that girl math. That's that girl math bullshit back again. Like, what are we talking about? Like, it's geography.
Yeah, like,
it's funny because I had a conversation early today with a coworker, and he's like, exactly that. Like, women just think sometimes in a different way. It's like, how do you rationalize this?
Yeah.
We don't think with emotion. Men don't think that way.
Yeah.
They really don't. It's logical shit to us. It's factual stuff to us. It's like there's notes. This is chronicled somewhere. Like I'm not making this up. Feelings. You want me to base this choice, this judgment, that's what I'm gonna say based off emotion?
That's what it is,
What?
basically.
You want me to act out with my emotions?
Yeah.
You know what type of stuff the consequences that can come with?
But that's the thing. It goes back to culture, and them feel like their culture is being like they're not represented within a culture. It's like this is who we are, but then you're not even gonna like accept us. So then where's our home? Like that's the thing. Like, you know, I remember my boy was punking one of my boys from Guyana. He's like the Caribbean doesn't accept you, South America doesn't accept you. Like, what do you like? And it's like that. It's like you could say, like you could slap around. It's like, where am I from? Like you look adopted. Like not to say like punk anybody that's adopted or whatever. It's just the stigma. Like I guess more than anything. Like you know what I mean? It's that, and that's where the offense lies. To the point where people in Belize said, nah, apparently that's a thing.
What is it again? Is it who says chicken curry? Is it the Guyanese who say it too?
Guyanese. That was funny enough. That was a part of the bit.
That's how the bit started.
That's exactly how the bit started. They were like, something. Oh yeah. Is it chicken curry or curry chicken? And then Major Hypes was like only Guyanese. It's like Guyanese. They're the only people that say that. And then he elaborated and exactly. We accept you.
Yeah. But
you say
for
shit
those
like that.
Exactly. For those
you know,
reasons,
you're a little backwards, but you're all right.
I mean, shout out I have a couple Guyanese friends. Shout out all our
Bare
Guyanese listeners.
Friends. That's the thing, though.
You say they're part of the Caribbean or like you're going geography?
Whenever I speak to Guyanese people, like they're usually saying South America. But like they still also associate themselves with
that's the thing though. Every time
Caribbean.
the World Cup around, what do you think they're waving? They're waving Brazil flag. Cause it's next door.
Let's be honest.
It's geography.
Everyone's waving the Brazil flag.
Really.
Like as soon as all these other teams are gone, everyone becomes Brazilian all of a sudden.
If your country ain't in it, like if Jamaica's not in it, which they very rarely are, don't laugh because
no, I'm not. I can't say shit. I can't say shit, bro. That's something that'll never.
I was about to give this guy a quick 5 minutes, but
never ever, bro. That'd be a dream if we just made it.
Shout out all of our Bayesian listeners too, yo.
Only going up this year.
What's it? 236?
246.
246. Shout out to 246, yo.
Only going up
So
this
you're
year.
going geography. They're not part of it. Yours same thing.
Geography.
What are you saying?
They're part of the culture, but they're not like at the end of the day, you're just not part of the Caribbean. You can't be a part of the Caribbean. Like you can't be from Europe and from North America at the same time.
Yeah.
Like that's just what it is. But the culture.
I mean, that you just described a Canadian to me, like trying to be a bit UK, trying to be a bit US, like trying to be a bit islands, trying to figure it out. But what do you say?
No comment.
Oh, them ones. All right, we got to get out of here because she's getting mad at me. We're short on time. That's what you say. That's what you say.
It's hot.
Geography. Yeah, yo.
Basically, it's geography, but I mean culturally.
Yeah,
they're West Indian.
Perfect way to sum it up. Yo. Shout out, shout out all our Guyanese listeners. But yo, SB, we got like 2 minutes, bro. What you saying about this Tupac shit? Because again, I feel like you wear those LA colors for a reason.
That might be subconsciously moronic because I've been listening into a bit of
a whole lot of Tupac.
Not just the songs, but everything that's going on right now.
Yeah.
So you guys know they made the arrest associated with with
Keefe D.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Suge saying that it's not him.
There's so much. Yeah, you didn't hear that?
Comments.
I didn't know that. He said that.
Yeah.
He said he's not going to testify. I didn't know he said that it wasn't him.
Yeah.
Oh, tell me about that. I didn't even know that.
That's all that he said.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
he's
it.
basically just kind of just like
Yo,
he's like you think you got
He's
Pop's
like,
killer type
he's like,
thing?
it's not them. I'm not testifying. Like,
Yeah.
That's all I know.
It's not them or it's not him.
It's not them. I'm not testifying.
Oh my goodness.
Interesting. But he could be just saying that to save himself too.
You're right. I'm
Yeah.
just saying like that's all I heard.
Suge's definitely trying to save him. He ain't saying
And,
nothing
like,
that's gonna
Pac is like.
But you see how he's trying to just put a little thing, something out there, just to
course.
like throw you off.
because like, he's from the game, bro. He's got to put the name out somehow.
They go deep though. Him and Keefe D. I ran through his book real quick.
Okay.
Which he could have used an editor, bro. That book is so like then this happened and then I did this.
That's what
and
I've been
then
hearing. Yeah,
it's like, oh man, come
and
on,
he had
bro.
a couple interviews with Vlad where he basically detailed everything.
He
So,
did. He
yeah.
did. The whole thing that I was trying to get to more than anything else was the links that they're trying to make with the whole Puffy thing. And then
I mean, they've been saying that though, right?
they have.
From like this is like 2 decades,
yeah, for sure.
at least 3 or whatever.
I don't personally think anything's gonna end up happening because I don't think they could prove any of that.
I don't think so. I agree with you.
But the amount, like, I don't think they have evidence to say. Like, I think it's just gonna be his word against his word type deal.
It's gonna be super circumstantial, yeah, for sure.
You guys have a favorite Pac song though? Just for the sake of
off
it.
the rip.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I have a favorite Pac song, but for me, like.
Or even a story.
For me, like my Pac story from when I was growing up, my brother was like obsessed, and like I wanted to be like my big bro. Like I like looked up to him so much, and he was like super Machiavelli everything, like his book, his this, his that. So like I just basically like followed that kind of thing. So like over him and Big and all that stuff, like it was always like Pac for me. And same thing with like, I mean, if we're gonna go to like the new age, like Jay-Z and Nas, it was Nas, like it was the same, like I just followed what my brother did, right?
Smart man.
Like, or what he knew, or like what he like showed me and stuff like that. But a lot of the stuff that I read on like Pac and like Machiavelli from like what my brother had for, like from his books and stuff, I was just like, man, I'm like, he's so much more
Facts.
than rap. Like he's so
And
much
that's what it
more
is. That's what
than
it is about Pac.
music. Like, you know what I mean? Like he made such an impact, and I believe that he was going to change
Yeah.
so much.
Yeah.
That
Right.
he wasn't,
On
we
some
weren't even
revolutionary
like,
shit.
like that we
Yeah.
weren't even like privy to.
Yeah.
And like if you go back now and like listen to his, like any interview that he had when he was like, I didn't make a song that said, fuck, like kill cops.
Yeah.
That's not what I said.
Yeah.
I didn't say that. Like just what he was saying and his lyrical ability and the way that he was able to like put across messages in the way that he did to convey the message that he was trying to portray was super before his time. So I think that if he, didn't get his life cut short, like I don't want to say society, but like part of the hip hop community would be so different.
Oh,
and
the whole game would be different.
And the new
sure.
age hip hop that we have now that I just don't fuck with. I'm sorry. I just don't. Like the lyricism is not there. The message behind the music is not there. I don't feel that way. I feel like if he was still around, it just would be different.
Yeah, it'd definitely be different if he's around.
Like I just think that he would have made like such an impact to change that in the way that we receive, accept, hear, acknowledge, like all of that stuff.
There's a lot of like interesting points that I guess Keefe D does make about him, and you hear a lot of these West Coast guys do talk about Pac in the sense of like, yeah, the respect is there, but at the same time, they're not looking at him the same way that we all looked at him as like, like a gangbanger, or he's like a gang affiliated, or he's shooting everybody or whatever. They kind of looked at him like, yo, you're still a rapper.
Yeah, he still had a mouth on him too. Like he was like, his trigger was short. So
yeah.
When he's ready to hype up, he's hyping up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, he was so hot.
Gotta plug that in there.
He was.
So you say Method Man or Tupac?
Oh, have you seen Meth right
hey,
now?
Man, answer.
He was on the cover of Men's
So
Health.
Method Man or Tupac? That's all I want to know. So that's all I want to know. Method Man or Tupac?
Pac.
Okay. And now your favorite Tupac, because you didn't answer that part.
No, I'm just sorry. Excuse me. In high school, Tupac was in my binder, in my sleeve, when he was in the picture of the bathtub. All you girls, you know that photo. You know that photo. You know that photo. The bubbles in the bathtub. Rest in peace. Anyways, continue.
Favorite Tupac song? What you got? I got mine. You got yours?
Yeah.
No.
You want another minute?
There's so many.
You
Go
first?
for it.
Until the end of time.
That's a dope track. Yeah.
That's what I was leaning towards, but I can't say definitively.
That's it for me.
It's a great track. Amazing track.
There's Changes for me also. And
Changes dope.
Changes was good. Changes was really good.
You know,
really good.
Yeah.
And
yeah, that hits. That hits.
Just 2 days ago, I think I was playing for my daughters and my nieces Do For Love.
You see that you named my top
just
three.
playing that for
you
them.
literally named my
Not
top
even 2
three,
days
and
ago.
I literally can't
I'll play
'Cause-
music while we're eating dinner.
Man.
And I'll be on the computer eating and play music. And I just played that for them 2 days ago. 2 days ago.
Like,
Those three.
In hindsight, though, right? Like now that we look back, remember all the conspiracies that were around him too?
Oh man.
The 7-day theory, he's still alive, he's in
Yeah,
Cuba,
yeah,
the whole
yeah,
Suge did it. Like
yeah.
all that. Isn't it interesting to kind of reflect on some of that stuff too? Like, did you guys buy into any of that stuff?
I'm not gonna lie.
back then?
At one point,
at
I
first,
did. I did
I'm not
because
even lie, I did.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, he's still he has to still be here because
that's
I
what
need,
it is.
I need him to still be
and
here.
that's what it is.
Like,
you
I
didn't want him
wanted
gone.
him
You
to
didn't
still
want him
be
gone.
here.
But then it became so much more frightening to me when Left Eye.
Yeah. When
She
they
was
okay,
another
but
one?
like
Aaliyah.
that.
Nipsey.
Okay, so all of
Aaliyah.
okay,
It's
so
like we felt that way about these people. It's like, yo, there's no way they took us from them.
I
Yeah,
cried
they
real
took us.
tears.
They took them from us.
Real
It's
tears.
crazy. They have to be somewhere.
hurt. It
Yeah, they have
hurt.
to be on
It hurt.
some
Every
other
single time.
island.
Like,
Like
Aaliyah
the
was
world is
my
like, okay, no, you guys figured it out.
Favorite
We're
R&B
gonna remove you and put
artist,
you over here.
Yeah,
now.
yeah, yeah,
female
yeah.
artist of all time.
I'm still waiting for the Tupac song. You
Boom.
didn't give yours.
I said those are my top three. I couldn't give you. I can't. Those are my
I feel
top
like you
three though.
like weren't decided on one.
Ambitions.
Ambitions
As a
are
writer.
going. That's what you got. I know you're not mic'd up, but
Do for Love and Old School.
ooh, that's a sleeper.
It
That's
is.
another thing. If you want to link me for some playlists, I got you. All of that Tupac stuff, any type of playlist, you see it
Yeah,
though.
yeah,
You
your
know,
place is fire. It's fire.
yo, guys, I had it on
It's
a
fire.
levels last
Fire.
week. You know, trust me, I had the playlist whenever you're ready. But yo, it's
I'm gonna add in one more thing though.
what?
So we already said the whole Puffy thing. We already said the Tupac thing.
Mm-hmm.
You think he's got to connect to solving the Biggie,
Oh,
right? Because
Keefe?
no one's talking about that.
I like
Yeah.
that twist.
Because he's been like
I think
a big time what's the word?
Player in the game, like
Well,
like a lot of information was like.
He was one of the main suspects for that as well. So they
Okay.
try to throw that on him, right?
I
So in
think
his book, he
I
talks
think
about a lot of
everyone
people that
knows.
were.
You think
Well,
he knows?
no. I think that realm, like what you're saying. So go ahead.
Well, I'm just gonna throw another twist at it. So with Suge saying, "Oh, I'm not gonna go on I'm not gonna go on the stand because it wasn't them." Maybe he's trying to protect the bigger thing in the situation.
Suge knows who killed Pac, and Suge knows who killed Biggie.
Well,
That's just.
It seems like everybody's saying his
Okay.
name, like it's Orlando, right? For the Pac thing,
right.
and then the
But they're
Biggie
not-
thing. Well, he's alluded to it in all the interviews. People have said it even before that. He talks about it in his book. Yo, he's on a serious press run with this whole thing. I'm curious to know how much money he made out this thing.
I
Like,
feel
bruh,
like okay. So what I think is that
I don't think he made a lot. I'm not gonna
This Keefe arrest is to pull away from something else. Something's coming or something is there that we don't know about, but I feel like it's to take away attention from something else. Like I feel like the world always does something. Something happens to take away from a bigger issue.
I don't think this is that big to take away from something bigger. But I
Pac
get what you
died
mean.
Over 20 years ago.
Yeah, 27. Yeah.
So like, why? Who cares? Like, not who cares? Because I care, and I would want his killer to
Yeah, we
be
get
like
it.
brought to
Yeah, we get
justice.
it.
But I mean, like, why now? Like, what? How? Who's still
Nah,
investigating
there's-
this?
nah,
Like,
no.
Now, they
I
have
just
There's
this.
never
feel
gonna
like-
be closure for some people.
that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. But I feel like this is to take away from something. I don't know what. I can't really map it out. I just feel like it's for something.
I personally want him to spill the beans. Like I want to hear all the dirt.
Obviously, you do.
yeah.
We
I
all
do. But you know what I
We
mean?
all do.
Because right now I feel like he's another one of those guys. Because we see all these newer cases in the rap game where it's like, oh, so and so snitch and so and so snitch and so and so snitch.
Tekashi.
Everybody, right? Even what's his face,
Sorry.
Gunner,
Sorry.
with the whole thing that's going on. So everybody's got this street code,
Mhm.
but that's becoming completely false. It's not a real thing. It's just something that you like to believe. Even if you go as far back as these guys now, because he talks about it in his book where he's like, yo, everybody flipped on me. All my cousins, my brothers, like, well, not brothers, but like family members, friends, people that I
Suge?
grew up. Keefe D.
Keefe.
Oh.
Because he actually had like a according to his book at least, he had like a multi-million-dollar business selling coke and
I
stuff
didn't
like
even
that.
know
Yeah.
that.
At one point, he even brings up Big Meech, like him and Big Meech were like together and stuff like that. So it's like he's
That's
like, yo,
big. I didn't know that.
You get what
That's real big.
the book is interesting,
That's-
man. Yeah, so
that's-
like he's got some of it. It's just the way that he put it together. Like, yo, but that's another conversation. But I'm just saying,
Exactly.
you know what I mean?
Meech, Larry Hoover. Yeah, okay,
Exactly.
fine.
So
Yeah,
so
I
there's
know.
there's connections to the to the east.
yeah.
One of the guys in the middle that they keep talking about that's passed away now.
Stop
It's Zip. Apparently, that's the guy that gave the gun to him to go ahead and do all this stuff. But it's like I want to know what else he knows that he puts on the table now, and I feel like he's gonna do more. Because when this book came out, he had cancer, so I think he just put it all out there
because he thought he was gonna die, and
Boom.
now he's like, "Oh, I'm
Boom.
not dead.
Well,
let me like not."
Sucks
Yeah.
to be him, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny how that backfires on
But
you a
I
little
get
bit, right?
it.
Yeah.
I mean, that makes sense though, right? He's like, "Oh, I'm on my deathbed," and a lot of people on their deathbed say
People need to know.
everything,
People
right?
need to know.
Yeah.
That higher power is always watching. So they're gonna figure it out for us.
Yeah.
But yo, we got to Boogie. I think we need to give a quick RIP to everybody we should mention in this
Facts.
episode at this point.
That's fine.
Kobe,
Yeah.
Aaliyah,
Yeah.
Nipsey, Tupac,
Biggie.
Biggie, who I feel like we may have missed one or two more, but
Left Eye, Aaliyah.
Left Eye,
Mhm.
Aaliyah, shout out, big rest in peace, because they were all influential in all of our lives.
100%.
They influenced us in some way or another, and they were how many miles away?
Yeah.
We are in Toronto, Canada, and back then we weren't even that big of a city to them. You get what I mean? It took a while
We
for us
weren't
to
even a
recognize.
city to them.
Yeah, we
were
weren't.
part-
We weren't on the map.
We weren't on
even
the
a
map.
we weren't even a country.
Yeah,
We weren't even a
yeah,
country.
yeah.
They thought we lived in igloos. They still
Yeah.
think that.
Yeah.
I've said it before. Like, we have perspective here.
Yeah.
A lot of us have migrated.
And it's
like our
different.
families have come from different countries, and we're just shaped a little bit different. But a lot of those stories that you guys got, we got a lot of those too. And part of what we're trying to do here is talk about some of that stuff and just identify with life.
And we got dimes.
Yeah, exactly.
We got dimes.
Dimes. That's how we drop dimes on a regular.
Dimes.
We pick them up and then we drop some in that vase. But if it's your first time here,
Vase.
thank you for joining. Whatever you want to call it. That's another debate. Trust me, there's so many things
I'm
that I'm
joking. I'm not.
What?
I was gonna say, like, when you were saying like you had a poster of him and all these girls had a poster of him and something. Yo, his hit list, Tupac's hit list,
Oh man. Come
Madonna, Janet,
Halle
like,
Berry.
maybe whatever, Pinkett, like he
Exactly.
Jada.
That's where I was going. But
Jada.
I don't want to do Will like that. He's a Libra.
Yo,
Fuck that
Only going
shit.
up this year.
Shout out Will. Shout out Lil Wayne.
Shout out
Nicki
Jada.
Minaj.
Shout out
Shout
August.
out
Shout out Tupac.
Kim Kardashian. There's a bunch of us out here, man.
Only
Libra
going
gang
up
all
this year.
day. But behind the scenes, that's Knots again. We got SB over here.
Taylor.
To my left, Face. Thank you for coming back to join us.
Yeah.
We may not see you next week, but like we said earlier, she's gonna be a regular on here. So keep us locked in. If you haven't subscribed already, Notch, throw the key in there, do that whole tap the link, subscribe, da stuff. Keep us going up, yo.
Only going up this year.
Shout out to all those hot topics we never got to. Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. That Canelo Charlo, kind of like that, but the biggest disappointment.
He's on the beat. He's on the beat.
Jays.
Exactly. Shout out those Blue Jays.
Oh,
man.
did you kiss your teeth?
Exactly, yo.
Hush.
And on that note, this was another episode of SUP.
That's what's up.
Woo!